Okay, we're live. All right. First of all, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakach Wadash. We want to give double honor to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole Kodak Christian Troop Officers 70, man. All right, back again. Another week. You know, Lord, we've not too many weeks left. You know, we have to pray for the hastening of the Lord, man, for his return. You know, but in the meantime, we continue to watch prophecy unfold. We got miscreants and gremlins popping back up out of the woodwork again. Here in the UK, right? Yeah, the bug outs return, the return of the bug outs, man. And I just wanted to touch on that, man, because when these guys fall off, man, they fall off hard. And if you ever do see them again, they always come back worse than when they left. It gets bad, and they think they're more in the spirit than they would, But the Most High has made them worse. He's made them crazy, man. Made them more bugged out. Coming up with all kinds of new doctrines, man. When you think you've heard all the different doctrines, you think you already heard them. Of all these years, you hear every type of doctrine that someone's going to come up with, man. And then it just goes way, way further. It goes way further than you expect. Because they literally changed almost literally everything of what they were taught originally. Beginning from my elders and apostles, man. Everything that they were taught is just kind of been remixed into some crazy new shit, man. And obviously the Lord's not dealing with them, because if the Lord was dealing with them, they would have kept the doctrine that was given. Instead of disappearing. I mean, they was bugged out before they disappeared, but they disappeared and now come back with even more crazy stuff, man. He's sitting there ruminating on all these ideas that are going through his mind and trying to piece them together and trying to make a doctrine out of it, man. But who taught him that? Ain't nobody taught him that.
I can see say that, but hold on, they're apostles.
Yeah, I mean, they're hypocrites, and they're crazy. It's crazy, because how can you do that? On one side, give double honors unto the elders, the apostles, but at the same time, you're going to say, well, the apostles are not going to come out of America; they're going to come out of Europe. Or Apostle Tahar, he's like a kindergarten teacher. What the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? Like, there's no respect, really. Like, even though they get the double honors, it's bullshit. Right? They don't rate the elders, man. They don't rate none of the brethren that have come up under the elders. Because they've always had an issue with the order. They always had an issue with the order, man. Elder Ramar, I tell you, they always had an issue, man. All right, and yeah, so they're just full of shit, man. And that shit's getting worse, man. So we're just gonna jump into it, man. Enough ranting now, but yeah, grab that up.
This is a book of 2 Timothy 3:13. I'm start from 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Right. So these guys think they're, well, really is Sean, the leader, right? He thinks he's become on some super deep level. I mean, he always thought he was deep. But the Lord's just deceiving them and making them worse, So not only did he, was it bad enough with the doctrines that he had before, he's come back with new doctrines that are just even worse than what he had, what was previous, But the Lord's done that to him. The Lord's made him lose his mind like that, And for us, it's all evident to see. But obviously, the people that are standing next to him, they're blind as well, they're in that darkness.
They're cheering him.
Yeah. They used to do that before, before they got into trouble with them mans, because they were doing stupid shit before, and that's why they kind of disappeared. He was talking about the time of fishing is finished now, and now it's the time for hunting. But you just disappeared. I don't know what's going. No one knows what's going on with you, man. Only the Most High knows, isn't it? Right? But yeah, read that again, Art.
2 Timothy 3:13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Right. So not only are they being deceived, obviously they're trying to deceive others, man. And I see on their I only watched 25 minutes of it because it was crazy. I didn't know I was going to hear so much craziness in 25 minutes. So I was like, shit. But he's obviously got people listening to him. You know, and so therefore he's deceiving others, man. Coming up with these crazy breakdowns that have no scriptural basis, no precepts, man. You know, just all this stuff is in his mind. You know, and you know he's putting got loads of writings and in his books and stuff like that. He's trying to making it make sense with this book or that book, and you know. But this is why we do the scriptures only. You know, the scriptures is the foundation for all knowledge that we might gain outside of it. You know, the scriptures is the anchor to it. You know, I don't know what books he's been reading in the time he's been gone, but it's bugged him out. You know, like Africa is like the home of the whole world's inside Africa now. You know, everything's inside Africa. You know, there's one continent, everything is in there. You know, Israel is in. You know, all shit's in there. Like wow, like, and we'll get to some of the stuff that we was talking about in it. Not in great depth because there's not even no basis to argue on. Because it's like it doesn't exist. You know, it's just crazy ranting that he's doing, man. A speech of a crazy man. You know, is there any more?
But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
That's part of the commandment to continue in the things that thou was taught, that we learned. He obviously strayed from that a long time ago. And he knows not the only one, but he's just the latest example, you know. But you know, the things that they learned, they stray from, but then convince themselves they're still in the truth, and convince themselves that they have the truth and everybody else is wrong. You know, but you strayed away from the path. Ain't nobody else strayed. It was you that strayed. You know, because who did we learn it from? Our elders and our apostles, right? We didn't learn this truth of ourselves. We didn't just get the revelation and start breaking down all the scriptures. No, we was taught. We was taught, right, by men. In the spirit, we was taught, right? Chosen men. Now, for you to leave that and decide that, well, I don't agree with this, and you start coming up with your own breakdowns or whatever, that means you left. You left. You went left, right? And now you're no longer teaching this truth. Okay, you're teaching your own doctrine, the doctrine of man. You know. So there's no good. There's no good. Saying double honors. What's the point? You're not honoring the men that taught you. You know, I have something here. And yeah, I'm just trying to find something quick. Right. This is from Titus chapter 1 and verse 15, right? And no, this is really speaking about the Lord, right? But the same applies in a way, right? It says here, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. You couldn't just hold down the doctrine that was given to you because you didn't trust in it. Right? You didn't really trust in what you received from the elders and the apostles, man. Your faith was low. Right? So you felt like there's things that you needed to correct. You needed to correct the doctrine. It didn't need correcting by you. The Lord isn't working for you, man. It didn't need correcting by you. You know? Basically, you don't have faith in this word, right? It says, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled, right? And that's exactly the case that that he's dealing with, right? His mind is defiled, right? So they profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, right? So on the same level as this, you say that, oh, you'll give double honor unto the elders, but you in works you don't do the works that the elders and the apostles, kind of are showing us to go do. Right, so what's the point? All that is emptiness. That the word speech is empty. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, what should I say? If you love me, keep my commandment. So one of the commandments is what? It's part of the order, man.
Yep.
So if you go astray from the order and steal the same thing, and stealing at the same time is you want to give double honor to the apostles, it's just amen. You're lying to yourself.
It's lip service.
Yeah.
But like I say, in works, you deny it. You deny the works, man. You deny what you was taught, and therefore you deny the Lord. You deny Yahweh Shai, because you're not continuing in the things that were taught. That was given to the Spirit to do ours and the apostles. The men of the Lord. You're not doing that. Like you're the only guy in the whole fucking world that's teaching what you're teaching. The only guy. And for some craziness, like the Lord is working with you to bring the truth out. And this is the thing. Every time a group splits off or wants to do their own thing, all of a sudden they become like the chief, the head men in Israel.
Yeah, because from the beginning they already doubt. I mean, the doctrine. You know, from the beginning they already doubt the doctrine. That's why when they come in, they start to find a way to get out so they can establish their own doctrine. You know, which that doctrine is a way of walk. It's a deceiving at the end of the day. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but he can't help it because he's just a lost soul, man. You know, the Lord just bugged him out so much that he just thinks he's right, isn't it? And so he's gonna teach. Like, he might have conviction in what he believes, isn't it? But it's wrong. You know, it doesn't matter how much conviction or how much you believe in what you're saying. It's got to be the truth. If it ain't the truth, man, it's unfruitful. You know.
Well, I'm gonna continue. 15. It say, 2 Timothy 3:15. And that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scripture, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahushua Mashiach.
Right. So knowing the truth is meant to make you wise, but obviously for some man, this information is too much. You know, and it fries man's brains, man. But grab where is it? Make the table a snare. I've got it here somewhere.
Oh, is it Roman?
Yeah, where is it? I'm trying to find it. I had it here.
Oh, one of these.
Yeah, get the one in Romans. Yeah.
It's a book of Romans. I mean, start from 11 and 7. What then? Israel has not obtained that which is seeketh for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right. So the Lord has purposely blinded individuals out here, so they can't receive the truth, right? Because it's not meant for everybody. The Lord is not coming to save the whole of Israel, right? So we know there's people that the Lord is going to enlighten, who the Lord is going to open their eyes and open their ears to accept this truth, right? Well, that's the next stage, because you might hear and see it, but you might not have the faith, so you don't carry it to the end, you know. So you might get, he heard the word, but obviously he never continued in it, so he never reached no destination. He thinks he's still in the race. He's been out of the race for ages, for years. He's been out of the race, you know. But the Lord's obviously got guys that are just going to be cast, that have been cast aside, you know. That's how the Most High wants it. He's not chosen, you know.
As you say, my sheep hear my voice, you know. So to be part of the sheep, you have to walk. To be one who have to walk, go. I mean, in order, you know.
Yeah.
Humble yourself, you know. Don't be proud and stuff like that. Proud to make you walk. Put you in a position that you can't get out here, which is gonna lead to your destruction.
Yeah, pride and arrogancy lead to destruction, man. That's where it leads. You know? And like I said, you're gonna cast away everything that you've been taught and cast away the people that taught you, the elders and apostles. Like, they don't mean nothing no more. Like, it's all about you now and whatever revelation you received. But that's not how things are supposed to be going. You know? Otherwise, we wouldn't be asked to continue in the things that we were taught or that we learned. You know, if you're just making up your own stuff as you go along, what do you need to continue in? You just make it up as you go along, isn't it?
Yeah, we're at the end of this lesson, at the end of the day, man. You know, soon, in a day from now, we'll see, the Lord coming, man. You see this world crumbling, man. In the news, you can see, man.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of ongoing news about the war, upcoming war, you know.
They want to sign you up to the armies now.
Yeah.
You know, the government's saying, "Oh, we're not going to do that," but you're going to have to do that, man. We know you're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously, the NATO chief, he sent a bit of a shockwave throughout the earth, telling people to prepare for war.
Yeah.
You know, he's saying next 20 years, but you know, however long it needs to be, we don't expect it to be that long. But however long it is or how far away that is, man, he's telling you to prepare, man. And these NATO nations, because Britain's still part of NATO. They might not be part of the EU, but they're still part of NATO, right? And they're identifying and recognizing their armies are not good enough, man. They're not big enough.
Especially with Gen Z.
Yeah, waste, man.
The West. No one want to be drafted now.
They don't want to fight. They want to play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know, and so they're not fit for no warfare, really. They're too soft. You know, fucking living off gummy bears and shit. You know what I mean? They're just soft, man.
Right.
So they're not prepared for no war. And they ain't gonna want to fight in no war. So what you're gonna do, you got a population who's become weak. And it's the same with America, because they identify the same issues that they're having, man. There's a lot of people that are obese and got diabetes, all kinds of diseases and shit. They're not really, even if they could or want people in, they're not really fit. So you got a degrading army, a degrading military. You got all weapons and shit. Yeah, you got fucking missiles and aircraft carriers and you got all that shit, but you ain't got people. You're losing people to fight wars, and you need people to fight war. You can only win a war with people.
Yeah.
It's all right blowing up something, but they don't win you a war. You need man on the ground to win you the war, man. To take down the enemies and to hold the forts down, you know, all that kind of stuff. Control it, right? Your drones are not going to do that.
The position, no? To save the land,
right? And you're fighting Russia, China. Just them two nations all got big armies, you know, a lot of people in it. So especially China,
most of the
and
most of their army is full of men, you know.
Yeah. Actual men.
Yeah, actual men.
Not transformers and women, right? Actual men that lived out there in harsh conditions, right? The cold and in like poverty, because you know Russia's not that wealthy like that. So a lot of men live on that kind of edge like that. And in China, even though China's up and coming, there's still a lot of men that live out there on the edge, you know. So their mentality is a lot different. Their mentality is a lot different. The only ones that are fucking weak are the ones that come over here or come over to the West and adopt the West philosophies and shit. Them, you know, China man and them Russian man, they're maybe a bit like, you know, whatever. But generally, those that live in Russia and live in China, their mentality is different from the people in the West, you know. And that's going to show itself in the upcoming fight. You know,
but some people want to remain, you know, change the doctrine right now, you know.
Yeah, and there's all the shit going on, man. You know, is this really the time to remixing the doctrine? You think that's the time now? We're at the end of this thing. You think, oh, we got to start again. We've got to start with you. You think that's the order now? We got to start with you and learn this whole thing again, brand new. You know, talking about eco people. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, even that in itself is a madness, right? Because when the scripture speaks about the 10 tribes that went over into the land that no man had ever dwelt, but where the eco people right there? If no man ever dwelt there should be eco people there.
Yeah.
But the Lord said there's no man dwelt there.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, man? He's lost the plot, man. When the 10 tribes went over there was nobody there. They settled there, right? They went over to the Americas and settled there. You know, the Gadite, the Reubenites, the Issacharites, the Naphtali, and you know, all of them, right? They settled there. There was no fucking eco people there, right? Because nobody was there. The scriptures say that. So where did you get that? I'm you know, if we read some other extra book,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to even come up with something crazy like that.
There's so many philosophy around it. So many books, so many people with many ideas, you know. No?
But the scripture say none shall want her mate. We're not
Yeah.
supposed to be going into all these different sources of information that we can or cannot confirm. Because they're just books at the end of the day, right? And none of them are the living power. So it's like, it's not like they're going to manifest it. So you're never going to find that out. You know what I'm saying? So there's no point trying to latch things onto the scriptures because it sounds good in your mind. You know, we stick with the scriptures and what the scriptures say. You know?
I got a quick one.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's a book of Ecclesiastes 12:12. And if further by this my son be admonished of making many books, there is no end. And much study is awareness of the fresh.
There's so much books out there of all different kinds of information, wrong and right. You know, and this is why, you know, we have to go through the process of sifting through, you know, the bones and the meat, right? the things that are profitable and things that are not profitable. You know, and there's certain things that might be right, but are not profitable right now to be even getting into. You know, but stuff like that, eco people and you know, Africa, what the hell, man? Like that shit just ain't there, and there's no information out there to even support something like that. you know, even at the beginning, it was Pangea. It was one continent, one landmass. But man say, yeah, but no one was living over there. But yeah, because it was all in the Middle East. It was all in the middle. Well, what they call the Middle East. It was all just in the middle because that's where life started, in the middle.
Everything was surrounded.
Not everybody got out there and did they, you know what I mean? They built in the middle. You know, it's just the reason he comes up with, man, is it's a madman.
It's been documented in the Bible. Mostea, I mean, separate the water and they make what? The dry land to appear. That's I mean, it's to go hand in hand with the field of Pangea.
Yep. And then the flood separated everything after that.
Absolutely.
Because they were saying, oh, these can't be sons of Noah. It's like, what? The whole earth got flooded. It says the whole earth.
Yeah, the whole earth. And it was these,
So how are you going to flood the mountains, right? But it's not going to affect the rest of the earth. The whole water would have had to increase across the whole world, man, for that to happen. And like I said, it was one continent anyway. You know what I mean? So everything would have got taken over, man. And like I said, the floods kind of divided different land masses, and that's why we got, you know, where we get the you know, these different continents now. You know, but it wasn't like that at the beginning. You know,
people that see now, they didn't see what I mean. In the time when Mosea was creating, they were not there, you know. But now they want to make it like they were there, you know.
And sorry, go finish your point.
Yeah, they want to make it like they were there, you know. That's what I want to say, you know.
And so, if we were to go, you know, just go along with what he's saying for the moment, right? That the flood didn't get everywhere, right? just that part of the world. But in America, there's evidence of the flood, right? Because you have like mountain peaks that were not, they're flat at the top. And they had that rudimentary stones and all that kind of stuff. But it's flat, it's been sheared, you know, which is evidence of what would have happened during the flood as the waters crashed and just worn everything down, made it flat. Because the mountain peak shouldn't be flat, you know. But because of the event that took place, you got higher places that are just flat, you know.
I love that.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I remember watching a documentary ages ago, man. I don't remember the whole thing, obviously, in it, but I remember they was bringing that evidence out for that, you know. And there's certain types of rocks were found on top of it and all that kind of stuff, but they shouldn't be there, you know. So obviously, it affected the whole earth, you know, just like the scripture says. So we can use that information and pair that with what the scripture says, because that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a couple of months, like events happen somewhere in Africa, like the mudslide, isn't it? The big stones were coming from the mountain all the way down. So if you you come and tell someone maybe 20 years later, like one time it was mudslide, he may never believe you. You know, he may say maybe that's all. Yeah. But things happen in time, you know.
Yeah.
This is the book of Romans again, 9 and 11. Is it? No. 11 and 8. According as it is written, Mosea has given them the spirit of slumber, I that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And David says, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them.
Right, so these scriptures are a table, okay, which have become a snare unto these guys that have tried to handle it, you know. And it's you know, these scriptures have twisted their minds up, man, twist their minds into a pretzel, man, and they don't really know or understand, you know, the things contained in this book. And this is why they come out with some craziness, man. They refuse to be taught. You know, ever learning, never coming to the truth. Like they can't get it. They can't receive this truth because it's not made. It wasn't meant for them. They're not compatible. You know, at this moment in time, right? And so a lot of these guys are just gonna sit in that darkness, man, and they sit deaf and blind until the missiles come. You know, until the Lord takes them out. You know, and then then they'll get understanding in the kingdom. Right, but there's a whole bunch of these guys, a whole bunch of Israelites that are just not going to get it, man. More than who are going to receive it, right? Far more, you know. But what can we do? All we can do is, you know, mark them. That causes division, man.
Warn them.
Yeah, blow that trumpet and, you know, contend for the faith. You know, that's what we're supposed to do. So that you know, ain't nothing personal. You know, I know he's got personal feelings against certain brothers and elders out there. He got certain feelings and shit. But this is a personal, man.
Want to be with them.
You want to be alone in the room with
To do what with them?
the ark, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
With the ark. and like, bro, just like the things that must be on your mind has got nothing to do with the truth, man. Like, just keep to the scriptures, man. Why are you worrying about like fulfilling your carnal lust in your mind? Don't worry about that. Get on with the job you're supposed to have, I guess. You know, even though you know it's wrong or incorrect. But if you feel like you're meant to be about the truth, be about the truth, innit? You know, because that's what we're about. You know, we'll get revenge when it's time for us to get revenge, man. But we ain't thinking about, oh, well, he's even, yeah. You might we think about it from time to time. Still, not gonna lie, but definitely not brothers, man. You know, brothers that are you know in this battle. You know, that are doing the work, man. Obviously, you're not in the right mindset, man, because you're not meant to be holding grudges against your brothers and you know stuff like that. You know, but I say that loosely because you're not really a part of this, isn't it? You're not really a part of this, man. But you know what I'm saying. You know, if you're of that mentality, you're not meant to have those kinds of thoughts. You know.
Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always.
Right. So yeah. So this table, these scriptures become a trap, right? And so they remain in a dark place because if the eyes have been darkened and it's a trap, what's the scripture say about the blind lead the blind to a ditch? They're gonna fall. You know, they're gonna fall, and you know, I say he already made that fall, man, but he just come back to you know he's sucker for punishment. You know, you want to come and do it again. You know, but it's not a game. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the Most High is gonna deal with you guys, man. You know, it's just a matter of time. You know, unless you repent. You know.
Yeah, it's all about repentance, you know. If you continue in that mindset, and it's hard for people, I mean, to change the doctrine and they try to put themselves high on the high status, you know, to come down. It's very hard, you know. Well, it's up to Most High, you know. So we do what you have to do, isn't it?
Let me get this quickly. Revelation 22. See? Yeah, Revelation 22 and 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things. Like he's obviously adding a whole bunch of stuff, man. Like I was impressed in the 25 minutes that I watched how much stuff he added. You know, that I've never heard of before. I've never heard so many new doctrines in one go in 25 minutes. It's crazy. You know, you might hear one group bring in one doctrine different than what you know used to hearing, but he brought in a whole bunch of shit, man. I was like, wow, I'm kind of impressed how crazy he got. You know, he says, if any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city. And you know, he's taking away things too, man. You know, he's taking away things too, right? Out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. All right, and you don't want to be in that situation, you know. But obviously, guys are going to find themselves in that position, you know. God forbid is you know any of us brothers that you know that are working in this truth, man. You know, we all hope that we are the elect, man. You know, and part of part of a sign, a sign that you could be a part of the elect is continuing the things that you were taught. You know, that's part of one of the signs you can you look out for. You know, that you try and keep to the doctrine that you was taught. You know, because Satan's out here trying to convince you things are not what you've been told and all this kind of stuff. And Satan's obviously got to these guys, you know, but Satan's always trying to make you fool or falter, you know, trying to get you out the game. And that's why you have to resist Satan, man.
Yeah.
You know, and trust in what you've learned. That's the whole point, because Satan's going to come at you with crazy shit. That's like he came to Yahweh Shai. He come with the scriptures because he knows the scriptures. Satan knows the scriptures too, right? And he was tempting the Lord. What's happening is that you're being tempted by these wayward doctrines, man. You know, and you're being convinced that that sounds deep, that sounds right. And Satan's just got you in the bag, man. He's got you in the bag. You know, he's like, yeah, I'm done with this nigga, man. I got this dude. You know, and you're out here fucking going hard for some BS, man. You know, thinking that you're a man of the Lord still. It's crazy. Delusions.
Yeah. Even I told you that Peter was Satan desired to sit you.
Yeah.
So it's like Satan, his job is what? Is to deceive people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the job of Satan, man. You know? And all this, the angel of the left hand side, that's their job, man. It's like a woman, they want to what? To what do they call? To say what, like to seduce it. That's the job of Satan, to seduce your mind, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you can believe on lies, you know? Put you into the position like you see everything that are in front of you are what? Are beneficial, but in reality, when everything go away, it's full of what? Darkness and death.
Well,
you know?
well, it's like the situation back in the garden with the serpent and Eve, right?
Yeah.
When the serpent, showed her, told her about all these different things, this different knowledge, man. She got intrigued, man. She got tempted by what she was hearing, you know. But all it is Satan in your ear. That's what it was, and that's what happens to these other guys that get these bugged out doctrines. Satan's in their ears, whispering some crazy shit, and it's like, wow, that's deep. Oh, that sounds deep. Yeah, that must be right. you know, and you ate that fruit. You ate what Satan gave you, man. And now you're running with it. But now death and destruction. You know, because what happened to Adam and Eve? They received death. You know, it's just the same thing with playing, but obviously when you're not focused, we're not privy to what's going on out here, man. You get subdued. You get you used that word a minute ago. Seduced. Right? You get seduced by these things, man. But this is why you need to study to make yourself approved, right? And there's another one I was thinking about. It wasn't that one. But examine thyself. That's the one I'm thinking about, right? That's why we're told to examine thyself, man, to see if you're still in the faith, man. And that's why you got to be constantly in the scriptures, man, to make sure that you're on point with shit, man. You know, if you forget things, you got to go back over it, man.
Yeah.
You know,
don't get annoyed, you know, because sometimes you get frustrated. Why I forgot this stuff, huh? But if you let's say, the practice is. There's a word Bruce Lee used.
Oh, was it Apostle? Was it Apostle Gabar? Yeah, repetition is the master, father of skill.
Yeah,
that's the one. So, yeah, Apostle Gabar always says that one.
Yeah. So if you repeat them, no,
you'll excel at it.
Yeah, you excel, man. You get it, man. Yeah. Maybe for that time, it was hard to digest. There's some stuff we found in the Word of Mosiah. Yeah, when at the beginning it's gonna be hard to digest, man. You know, the way it's been break down, maybe you may find it's hard, but in the process of time, you know, Mosiah gonna open your mind, man. You know, and you're gonna receive it. You know, I believe it's written in the book of James, like it.
Yeah, I want to get this one. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 16, and it's talking about the Apostle Paul. Right, Peter was talking about the Apostle Paul here, And it says, as in all these epistles, speaking in them of these things, which are some things hard to be understood. Right? Not all these scriptures come instantly. You know, sometimes you have to really sit there and digest it, man. And it may take some time. It may take some time, man. Just, you know, depending on the spirit. It may just take some time for you to really truly understand something, man. And even later on down the line, sometimes Satan will come back and test you on that thing. And sometimes you might think, fuck, I thought I understood that.
Yeah.
And that you're bugging out a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Don't let Satan corrupt you, man. Hey, Satan, fucking piss off, man. Take a back seat for me, man. I need to chill right now. I'm not going to deal with that right now. When I'm in more stable-minded, I'll come back and visit that. You know, you don't want to be rash. You don't want to be too quick to do things, man. You know, you need to get understanding before you do anything, man.
Yeah.
Before you do, you know, because a lot of times, you know, brothers in GMS, brothers that for that, right? They think they found out something that was contrary to what they've been taught, and before they sit down and actually sit there properly and think about it, they're already declaring it as a doctrine, rather than going through the appropriate channels and discussing it with brothers higher up the chain. You know, if you feel like, you know, you think you spotted something, yeah, bring it up the chain, right? Have a discussion with people higher up in the chain, man. You know, and you'll either be rebuked and corrected, or it will be seen.
Yeah, Mosiah may open another blogger, may see it. Maybe the apostle maybe may see it, and then what? It may be advanced in a large way, you know?
That's right. It needs to get verified first, man. Verified in the spirit first. You ain't the one with the spirit. You're not the one with the Holy Spirit that you everything is just on you. You're gonna bring it. No, you need to bring it out properly, man.
Yeah.
You know, if you think something, you bring it out in a proper way. You know, your camp leaders and so on and so forth, and it goes further up the chain. And then when you hear it come back down the chain, it's like, okay, that's what it is then. You know, it is or it isn't that. And you have to accept that. You know what I'm saying? For men that are higher in the spirit than you are. You know? Because sometimes it's just your own lack of understanding, man, that's stopping you, like, you know? And like I said, you might not get everything straight away. Sometimes it takes time, man. You know, but don't be too rash. Don't be too hasty in declaring shit, man, that, you know, and now you're teaching it. Don't really make sense. You're getting rebuked because you just jumped the gun, you know, and getting kicked out and shit because you don't want to. I'm not going to budge. All that shit.
Now you're in the center of the what?
Yeah, but now you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. You're just floating out there in the world and not in the truth no more. You know what I mean?
Now it's grieving, man, from the whipping, innit? You know, like now it's like, I mean, this stuff it's been ongoing, innit? It's been doing like for a long time. Now
we've gone back and forth with him, and
now you've been put on the spot again. Yeah. So Mosiah put him on the spot, so he can what? He can get all them lashes, you know?
More lashes.
So if he be of Mosiah, yeah, Mosiah gonna show mercy. But if he be not, you know, we all hope to be, you know. That's but right. He looked for attention. Now he gets it.
Attention, man.
Yeah, I got this word.
Gone.
This is the book of Isaiah 34:17. And he has cast the lot for them, and his hand has divided it unto them by line. They shall possess it forever, from generation to generation shall they dwell therein. You know, and that's the spirit of the prophet. Is what? Is what? For lack of a better word, I mean, the spirit of prophet is a word that I'm forgetting.
For the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah, the spirit
of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy.
The spirit of prophet is what? Is for prophet, something like that. It's written.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. It's subject to the prophet.
Subject to the prophet. So,
spirit of prophet is subject to the prophet. Yeah.
So whatever you be in the last. I mean, in your last life. I mean, in your previous life, when you come back, you're gonna come back to your what? To your lot, man. And Mosiah is gonna put portion according to the measure of faith, man. You know. So you're gonna do what you're gonna do, you know, and the other brother gonna do the same thing. So and we're all gonna work together to fulfill what?
To build.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're the building, right? We're here to be builders. You know? given a task to do, right? To fish for the elect, to build the church, right? Right. That's what we're here to do, right? But obviously, the scripture speaks about take care how thou buildest, right? Because it has to be the right materials, man. You can't just bring any type of material and add it to the building to build upon. It ain't obviously it ain't gonna stand. You know, that part's gonna fall apart. You know, and that's these shoddy doctrines that these guys come up with, man.
Yeah, because at the end, all this, I mean, all what we are doing is going to be tested by what? By fire, by
adversity,
adversity, and then the lead fire.
Mhm.
You know, and it's going to be known who are the most high elect. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, the quality of the structure, man, has to be the same as the foundation. You know, which these scriptures are the foundation, which is Yahweh Shai, right? It has to be the same. You can't just bring in anything. You know, not like, you know, like you got today, you got new housing, right? But they're made of cheap crap. They're not as good as the bricks and the mortar that they were putting up before. These older houses, man. Right? And so they don't last as long. This is like these guys that you know, that come up with these, they don't last long. They're out there teaching for a while and then they disappear. They don't last long, man, because they're shoddy built. You know, not built upon a rock. You know.
Yeah, build on the cornerstone being you, Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
So if you build in the different material, that's it, man. You know.
That's it.
Should I go?
I had something quickly just to bring out. Sirach chapter 3 verse 21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. Right? You're trying to get too deep, man. And you've always had an issue with that, but you've been trying to get too deep, and it's destroying you, man. You know, it's destroying you.
Like the flat earth. You know,
flat earth is that.
Past, you know?
Did he teach that?
No, I'm saying
these other guys.
The other
Yeah. Was it try to refine it to that? Yeah. try to find. yeah, and look at what's happened to them. You know, they obviously they're not Lord's men, innit?
Yeah, that's why we need to stick on the scripture. That's it, man. You know, that's the order, isn't it?
Yep.
Even the Bible says, "Hold fast till I come." You know, so that's what
we're holding fast to.
Yeah,
what was the knowledge, the truth. Yeah. You should be holding fast to, but now you just let it go, and I'm gonna pick up something else.
Yeah.
How's that gonna work, man? You know, trying to change the 12 tribes. Like, you think we got time for changing 12 tribes sign and starting again? We have to figure out again who everybody is, and come on, man.
The message is like first of all, we are scattered in the four corners of the earth. You know, we've been mingled with the other nations. You know, so we're gonna come in a different looks and background. No, you know what matter is what if those people who receive the word be of the elect. That's it. You know, because some people are gonna receive the word. They're gonna what? They're gonna put it aside. But the elect are gonna receive and keep it. No matter how they may look like white people, Chinese, whatever it is.
And keeping it is that definition of faith, man. Because you believed in it. Like, if any moment you disagree with it, you're losing faith. Yeah. Anytime you're doubting it, you're losing faith, man. And you're being measured by your faith. You know, all you men are losing, man. All you men are giving up, and you're trying to find solace or comfort in something else.
I mean, they become too much, you know. Because we all before we came in the faith, we were considered as what? Heathen, man, Gentiles, man.
Yeah.
You know, until when we hear the word, and that's when we believe, you know, and the believing that leads us to what? To the past. It's keep us to this past, man, which is gonna eventually lead to salvation, man.
Yeah,
you know, but that starts with a seed. You know, the seed being what? Who you are, who your father is, you know? Yeah. So it doesn't matter how you may look on the outside appearance, you know?
Yeah. That's it. You know, and that's something obviously we learned from the very beginning, because it obviously applied to a lot of us, man. You know, and it's not like, you know, we come in issue because of that doctrine specifically, because it was all about the spirit.
Yeah,
the thing that made sense to you, it made sense to you. It made sense to us, man. You know, regardless of what someone, it just made sense, man. You know, there's no way, because we know how Jake gets down. You know, Jake's seen everywhere, man. You You know, we know he gets down, man. And so that's not it's not surprising. It's not even a shock. You know what I mean? It makes complete sense, man. And there's so much examples out there. You know, none of us can reconfirm that we're Israelites in the flesh. None of us can. It can only be confirmed in the spirit. Our spirit beareth. Okay, yeah, grab it.
This is the book of Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of Most High.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's always been about. Granted, back in the day, back in the ancient time when Israel was one nation, yeah, obviously we looked a particular way. You could probably tell, oh yeah, he's a Hebrew. You can probably just tell, innit?
Yeah.
Right? But since all this scattering, man, it's confusion now.
Yeah.
You know, it's confusion. You can't go by it. And it was even an example with the priesthood, man. When guys that were trying to come back into to perform the priesthood, man, but didn't have no records, man.
Yeah, they were denied it.
And they weren't allowed to do it because they couldn't prove it. You know, and that's the exact position that we're in now. We can't prove it by documents and shit. We can't. Right? We have to wait for the higher priest, who is Yahweh Shai, to come and gather and make things all clear. Yahweh Shai is going to do that. Everything right now is just in the spirit, man. You know? The spirit is gathering the people. Through this word, it's gathering. No one's going around asking for people's documentation and DNA tests. That's not how the elect's being gathered. You know, that's not prophecy. You know, so to hell with all this fucking DNA bullshit. That just don't fucking work anyway. That shit can only, that'll tell you a bunch of confusion anyway. But the data can only go back 200 or maybe 300 years at most. Do you know how long we've been scattered for? We've been scattered for a long time. A long time. Many scatterings.
Yeah, Babylonian.
You know, and the 10 tribes, they're gone. Yeah. So it's impossible to know through that shit anyway. It has to be through the spirit. It's the only way it can be done.
Yeah, the page and anything. Most of our people, they were taken by those, Elamite. Now you call them Indians. You know, so in the process of time, they mingle with their women, man. You know, so guess what? We have some of our family there. You know, there are so many families around. Our family around the world, man. Within these other nations, man.
Yeah,
you know.
That's it.
Now you're coming in with one.
This is why it's a work of faith. It's not about the evidence because there is none. You know, I said there is no evidence you can take and say yes, I'm 100% Hebrew Israelite. How does it exist?
How did you know first of all when you are red?
Just because you got dark skin or something?
Yeah,
you know, it's just like what? I've got a broad nose. You know, I've got to be Israelite. Bro, come on, man. There's fucking Hamites out there, man.
Yeah.
There's Hamites out there with broad noses and dark skin. Like that doesn't prove anything, right? So it has to. Everything has to be through the spirit, man. That's why it's the work of faith. You have to believe it, even though when there's no evidence there for you to see.
No one goes around here.
But what you do is through the prophecies, man. You identify through the prophecies, through the signs. You know, the gathering of the of the Israelites throughout the world. You recognize it through the spirit, man. That's the way it has to be done. But the guys that can't trust in that obviously don't have faith, and so therefore they're not of the elect. It's really quite simple. They're blind.
There's some people who don't want the kingdom, man. You know, because denying a brother who came like look different, it's denying the kingdom, man. Because the kingdom of heaven is within you. So if you deny one brother, it means you what? You delay what? But you can't stop the time, man. You know, you can't stop the work of Most High. You know? No matter how you may try, as we mentioned, as it is written, my sheep hear my voice. So whatever you may cast them, whatever you may say, they're gonna try to find a way to follow Most High, man. You know? So the Israelites are everywhere, man. You know, they're not only in Africa, you know, they're not only looking black, you know. You know, that's
not just in Europe.
Yeah, not in Europe. Yeah.
Apparently, there's no apostles in America. There's just like what? Like, yeah, they don't exist. It's all in Europe because the 7 churches were in Europe. That's what it said. So the apostles can't come out of America because the churches were in Europe.
So now he's the apostle.
That's what he must be saying, right?
Well, you say,
he must be saying that. Is he all 7 churches? What is it? Well, Come on, man. This is what I mean. It was just crazy when I heard everything, man. I didn't know I didn't know what to make of it.
I will get there, man.
Yeah, how you got to come up with that? You know, some revelation he got while he was dreaming, bro. And I don't know. You know,
I got a quick one. This one,
Yeah.
Matthew 13 and I'm sorry, 24. It say, 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field, but while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprang up, and it brought forth fruits, then appeared the tares also. So the servant of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then are its tares?
So there's imposters among our people, man. People that might look like supposedly look like us, right? Or your archetype Hebrew Israelite or whatever. Because there's dark-skinned Edomites out there, man. You know? And the only way you're gonna know, the only way you're gonna really find out, one through the spirit, we can do that. But
And vice versa, as you say, there's a dark skin Edomite, and also
light skin
Jake.
Jake, that's right. You know? And like I said, the way that eventually it's all gonna be sorted out is when the sifting happens. Okay, when the elect start getting delivered and these enemies, the heathen, start getting burnt up. You know? But like, you know, when you interact with an Edomite, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different vibration, man. But you know, a lot of guys would accept him because he's dark skinned. But that's not how things work. That's what we're going by the spirit of the person, man. I don't know, you got weird Jakes out there too that are just a bit odd, you know. But evidently, you know, most likely they wouldn't receive the truth anyway. But these Edomites are definitely off, man. The spirit's not right in them. They're just not the same as you, even though they've got the same color skin. Like, you know the difference when you're standing next to a Hamite, man. You know what I'm saying? You know the difference. You know they're not like you, man. They're weird. They're heathenistic, right? But you know when you're amongst your own people, and even when you're around white Jake, so-called white Jake, it's familiar.
Yeah.
The energy and the vibe is familiar. You know? Otherwise, you wouldn't have a bunch of fucking breakdancing Edomites. So you wouldn't have even gooks. Fucking them gooks love a breakdance, man. Because you think they're Moabites.
Believe more about their love.
Bro, they're more fucking street and you know, they're into the hip hop and they're into the culture.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're into the culture, man. But where did they get it from? Judah. Because of what's going on in America. But they vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a connection.
That resonates inside them. Just like this truth, it resonates. You know? And so they all into it, man. But an average gook, an average Moabite ain't gonna vibe with that. That's why these gooks that do vibe with that, they're only small groups. They're not like a massive part of China.
Yeah, they're just in the same world.
Yeah, there's groups of Moabite looking Jake that vibe. You know, because we're scattered, right? So we're gonna be in pockets everywhere.
Yeah.
But as a nation as a whole, most Moabites ain't fucking with that. The man still, you know, the fucking chopsticks and shit. You know what I mean? You know, doing whatever the fuck they're doing, man. You know, but you got some Jakes with life in them, man. You know, with life and energy. You know, and like I say, that goes for all peoples, all different nations where Jake is. There's got pockets of Jake that are just alive, man. You know, they got the flavor. You know, they just got that spirit about them, man. They're not the same as the rest of them, man. And that's why they look at their own people, who they live around. Look at them differently, man. Call them delinquents and shit. You know, because they don't act the same. You know, oh, what do you want to be when I got only a break dancer? They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You know, you better go find an office job. You know, or fucking a rice field or some shit. You know, I don't hear about no break dancing. What the fuck? That's what niggas do. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but it's cool, ma. It's cool, ma.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a guy who do China Black. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the one that is in America. He's a break dancer and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. And they say you find those types of people, those types of jakes in all these different countries, man.
Mm.
And that's why we're being gathered out of them, man.
That's why our is coming for. I mean, for the elected men who are gonna be all over the world, man, in the four corners of the earth, man, not only in one. What? Because even in
One land.
one land,
Yeah.
it's not. It's gonna be everywhere.
Well, we know that obviously the main salvation and the main judgment is going to take place in Babylon the Great, which is America, because that's prophecy.
Yeah.
Everything has to be according to prophecy. But we also know the Lord said it, and then many times, that we're scattered, and so we're going to be delivered out of these lands also, from the hands of our enemies. You know, so we know it's going to be a global thing. It's not just in one spot.
But first, it's gonna be America. Salvation is gonna be started from America.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's gonna be.
The majority of the elect are.
Yeah, that's the theater of war. The destruction, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, because everywhere, as it's been prophesied, people are gonna be watching the destruction of America. You know? So it's not gonna be, bad as America. This other hand is gonna be touched as well with some missiles, and also with this other judgment, most is gonna bring like famine, you know, and stuff like that. But America is gonna be combination of everything, man.
And you can tell, this judgment, obviously, the Most High is against the heathen, the nations, right? Every time Most High delivered Israel, the heathen that had us in captivity will get destroyed, right? But let's put it this way, right? In Babylon, we was in Babylon, right? Babylon got fucked up, right? When we was in Egypt, Egypt got fucked up. One place, or the provinces that they ruled or whatever, right? But where the kingdom got fucked up, right? Under Rome fell, not the judgment yet, that's coming, but obviously those places specifically were judged, right? This time around, the whole earth's being judged. Why? Because we're in everywhere in the earth. It's wherever Israel is. that place gets judged. And where are we now? Everywhere. That's why it's all going to get judged. The Lord has put us in these different nations as like a curse unto the different nations, man. For the Lord to fuck all of them up, man. The Lord set you up. Right? Let me get that actually.
A token of evidence, man.
Yes.
So I just put as a token of evidence why he's gonna judge them, And that's what it's gonna be. As he says, it's gonna first of all, it's gonna draw them in the what? In the battle of Jehoshaphat, and that's when he's gonna start to judge them, by making them first of all fight the war, and the hour at the same time is gonna appear to what? To bring more judgment, more fire, more war upon those nations that's going to be around there, to destroy them. And then it's going to be now judgment everywhere,
Let me read this. It's from Baruch chapter 4, verse 27. It says, "Be of good comfort, O my children," okay, the children of Israel, "and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you," the curses, the captivities, right? So, "For as it was in your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation," right? That's the mission to save Israel. Okay. "Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee." Right? Because we know we were surnamed by the Heavenly Father, man. We was named his people. Yahshua Allah, Prince of the Power. Right? Prince of the Most High. Okay? It says, "Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall." That these are our enemies, right?
Yeah, and all the nations they were rejoicing, man.
Yeah.
Singing our downfall, man. They all take part of our what? Our misery.
Mm-hmm. Took our spoils.
Yeah.
Because hey, we had everything, man.
Yeah.
The gold and the woods, everything, and they all the heathen ransacked it, man. They don't have shit now.
Yeah.
You got free labor off us. We built your kingdoms up, so of course he was rejoicing. Esau rejoiced. He built his whole fucking kingdom off our backs, man.
Uncle Titus, I believe.
The Ark of Titus, when they destroyed us in the temple and that. Of course, they celebrated. It was a good time for them.
Which is there, man. They still celebrate, man. Seeing us in this condition, man. Seeing us, I mean, killing each other.
Yeah.
You know, selling each other drugs, man. They are happy, man. Because when we are in this condition, it's giving them power to rule more and more, you know?
They're being elevated
Yeah.
off of us. You know, because they know if we're at the top, that means they have to go down.
Yeah.
You know, so if they keep us down, they get to stay up. You know, so they like it the way the things are. That's why none of the heathen will ever do nothing about it or say anything about it, because they're all being propped up. They're all higher than where they would be.
Yeah.
You know? This is verse 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. But hold on, we're scattered everywhere. So we're in all these cities. That means all these places are going to be destroyed. And that's what we know. This is what we keep telling you, man. These places are not going to survive. The Lord is not going to have mercy on these countries, on these nations, man, on these people. All right?
This Tobit 13:3, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel.
Oh, confess.
Yeah.
Confess before the Gentiles, before the nations.
Yeah.
So how can we confess the Most High if we don't have a name? We have to have a name, right?
Yeah.
Because they need to know.
Yeah.
You know?
Who you call them?
They need to know who's bringing the judgment, man. And if you don't know the name of the Lord, that means the Lord's not dealing with you, man. You're not the prophet of the Lord. You're not coming in his name. You know? The heathen need to know what's going down out here, man. Yeah, we're not here to help get them saved because they can't be saved, man. But we need to tell them that they're being judged by our power. Yahweh Shai. Right? And so it can't be contested, it can't be debated who did it all. Because none of these heathens idols is doing shit. You know?
Confess him before the Gentiles.
Or Hashem might say Yahweh.
Yeah.
Or Yahweh.
Yeah, you want to change everything now. Yeah.
Where did you get that name from?
Yahweh Shai now he say Yahweh Shai.
Who taught you that? Come on, bro. You're just making shit up. You taught yourself that. Because you're bugged out. Right?
He's a slick, man.
You're bugged out. You taught yourself that. Right? Who taught you the Hebrew? But the elders, the apostles taught us the Hebrew. But now you made your own Hebrew up. So, what can be done with these guys, man? You know? Only one thing.
Ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them. As you've been saying, we are in the hand of our enemies, man. Right now,
Yep.
As they're talking for war, I mean, for their destruction, man. As they cast for their existence, man. You know, for what they have done to us. You know, because all these nations, man, as we mentioned before, as it is written, they all have upper hand against us, man. They all put us in captivity. They all oppress us to this day. They hate us, man.
They look down upon us.
Yeah.
You know, they don't respect us.
Yeah, they don't respect us, but they want to hear our music. You know, they want to eat our food. You know,
like, because I would say, obviously, Jade don't help themselves, right? We embarrass ourselves fucking far too much, right? But at the same time, even if we're acting out of character, right? You're meant to fear putting hands on the children of the Lord, man. The same way David feared doing anything to Saul. You know, because Saul wasn't acting right, and everyone knew that, but Saul was still king. Saul was still appointed by the Heavenly Father, and David wasn't going to do nothing to him, man. He respected the fact that Saul was king. The Most High set up Saul, man, and he feared to do anything to Saul, even though he was going a bit crazy. You know, these heathens don't have that fear, man, but that's what they're going to learn. They're going to learn that fear because they're going to realize they made a big fucking mistake by putting their hands on us, man, and taking our substance. You know, and you're gonna let's say that's why you're gonna go into that slavery period, man. Right? So you understand that perfectly. You know?
Yeah, seen those.
That was it, Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay. Back in Hebrew chapter 4, Verse 32 again. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. So whoever took us, man. Whoever took us, used us. Bro, it's bad time for you, man. Evil time. Judgment time for you. Crisis. Because the Greek word for crisis is judgment, man. You know? It means judgment, right? This is verse 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall. Like brother said, you was happy when you got us in captivity, when you got your hands on our goods, right? When you got our land, right? You rejoiced, okay? So shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Right? It's going to come upon you now. You're going to have to drink that cup. Jeremiah spoke about that cup, right? And that we would drink that cup, but the other nations would have to drink it too, and that they can't refuse it. They can't refuse that cup of judgment, man. No matter how bad or how hard you wish it not to be, you can't refuse it, man. And Most High said, "You shall surely drink." That means your judgment is inevitable, man. You're not going to get away with everything that you did, as much as you would like that to be so. You know, Esau got excuses for days why he shouldn't have to do nothing about it. You know, he shouldn't have to pay. None of them is going to acquit him of his crimes. You know, it says, "For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude," and you can see that already happening. As the years have gone by, this place is becoming, spiritually dead. You know, the mirth is going out of this land. You know, year by year, piece by piece, it's going. It's disappearing, man.
Yeah, people hating each other. You know, people hating their neighbors. You know, there's no love anymore. Like it's supposed to be. You know,
the Black Eyed Peas, man.
Yeah.
You know, where the love at, man? Where's the love?
That's all the society have become, man. You know, everywhere is like the families not together. I mean, say, you know,
It's split, separated, and
Yep. So it's all backward, man.
And these are all parts of the signs, man.
Yeah.
These are the condition of the world. It's supposed to be for the end. Just like when the Lord spoke about before the flood, there's violence in the earth, man, and corruption.
Yeah, even now, crimes is all time high.
Yeah, violence, man. It's getting worse. Things are not getting better. You know, and the violence is only going to increase. You wait till these people can't find food, man. You see how much violence is going to increase. It's going to be like what do they call that, man? Like a multiplier effect, man. There's another term for it, man. But like it's going to be increased like many-fold, man.
Accumulation. Accumulation.
Nah, that's not the one I'm thinking about. So it's a maths term. I can't remember it now, man. Exponentially. You know, that's it, right? It's going to increase exponentially, man. It's just going to go off the fucking chart. You know, because everything's going to be fucking violent. Everything, crime and death is going to be around every corner, man. You know?
Yeah.
Because people are going to be trying to survive out here. And people are going to give a fuck about fucking human rights and the law and all that. No one's going to give a shit.
All those people are going to close their books, man. You know? Their files are going to be closed.
Yeah.
You know?
Reason's going to disappear.
Yeah. Office is going to be closed. I mean, they're going to close their office. They're going to carry their bags and what? Find a way to escape, man. You know? Because they're going to be looking for a way to survive as well, you know? You know, this police, as you see, this now, like now, you may call police. I mean, I don't know how long it takes for London to come, like 2 minutes.
It's a hit and miss. It might be soon. It might be like ages. You never know, innit?
But it's taking like maybe let's say half an hour.
It's taking longer these days.
But it's gonna be longer and longer, isn't it?
Yeah.
No? And then you're gonna find nobody coming to help you, man. You know?
Just don't have the people.
Yeah.
Don't have the people. People are gonna be quitting their jobs because it's
not enough.
It's too hard. Like, you know, they're dealing with crazy people, man, on a daily basis. They can't. Some people are not gonna want to be police officers, man.
Yeah. People just walk. I mean, see. I mean, you be called to the scene. To the prayer. I mean, a place or a sinner to see. I mean, what happened. You see, like these people butchering each other. You know, if you see them every day, it's gonna be harder.
Well, you're gonna want to turn up to work.
People gonna stop working.
But this is why you know these guys that are more familiar with death, military, The Esau gonna have them on the streets, man.
Yeah.
And the Esau would even be getting used to seeing them around in times of trouble. You know, they help you get the jab and drive your food around and shit like that, man. They're allowing you to see them because they're gonna be more frequently used. You know, and like I said, these people are more familiar with death, right? So they're not gonna. Well, the military personnel, man, they're there to follow orders, man, not to question nothing. You know, they're not here to question shit. So they've been drilled that way. It's like a brainwashing they go through. When you shout that in the face, you know, and they get broken down and remolded into a fucking robot, man. You know, so when they're out here, obviously you're gonna have some of them obviously still leave and shit, but for the most part, they're gonna do the job, innit? And then they got all these foreign military members that will come in and fill the gaps too, and they ain't gonna give a shit about the citizens here, you know. Jade Helmet shit. They're not gonna give a fuck. They're gonna be shouting at you, fucking, you know, batting you over the head with, you know, fucking gun butting you and shit. They don't give a fuck, man. If you're cold or, you know what I mean? They're gonna put you in a fucking concentration camp, man. You know, so that's how things are gonna escalate, man. Things are just gonna get out of control, man, real quick. You know, I know it seems like, you know, we're slowly getting to a time that's gonna happen, but when it does happen, it's gonna go quick, man. You know, we're just waiting for Esau to pull the fucking trigger, man. And the most had to pull the trigger on him. You know? You got it.
Are you up, sir? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'll just finish this off quickly then. This is verse 44 again. For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Right? This is what the world going to be in great mourning. Right? Because the great evil is coming. Okay? Oh, let me read this verse actually. For fire shall come from her upon her from the everlasting, long to endure. That's that great judgment on America, right? And she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. But that's what it's going to be there, man. All the desert creatures and that. Ain't no man going to inhabit America ever again. You know? O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the God. Lo, thy sons come, who now sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One. Again, what we mentioned earlier.
Not because how they look like. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Right? It's because the Spirit's resonating with this word. My sheep hear my voice. Brother mentioned it. Right? It's activation. It's like the activation code, man. It's like, oh shit, I'm an Israelite. they understand because they heard it. You know? So from the east to the west, by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of God. And that's what we are. We're rejoicing in the Most High and Yahweh Shai, man. You know, because we know that we're his people. And he's coming to deliver his people, man. Okay, we're not going to be left out here in the hands of our enemies, you know, for much longer. You know? That's it.
This is the book of 2 Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrow and the great mourning, the beginning of famine and the great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evil. What shall I do when this evil shall come? You know, and those are the time that we are approaching, man. You know, the time of great famine, great death, you know, people macheting each other on the street, you know, baby crying, what? For want of food, you know. No parent going, out to look for food that they found nothing. You know, that's what is coming, you know. So who gonna survive that day? You know? That's the question, you know.
And this is the thing, Ezra is a man of the Lord. And if a man like that is worried, it's definitely a bad time. You know? Because it's not, I know we talk about it like it's not going to affect us, man, but it will. It's going to be hard for everybody, man. It's the time of Jacob's trouble, you know? But we have the hope of being delivered, man, of being provided for, being protected, right? That's what we believe and that's what we trust in, you know? So we can talk about it casually on our behalf kind of thing because, you know, we know the Most High is going to do his thing for his elect, right? But this world is going to go through dark times, man, bad times, man. You know, worse than what the elect are going to go through.
It's gonna be screaming on the street, you know. Hear noise behind you, you know, like this animal breaking out from the zoos, you know, changing their ordinance. They come on the street near you, it's gonna be total chaos, man.
Yep.
So only deliverance is gonna be through our Lord, man. Yeah, I share much. If we be of the elect,
That's it.
As goes on and say, well, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always mindful of the scourges.
Right? The Most High already knows. It's the same thing with the Canaanites before we took over the land. The Lord spoke about like knowing that they were what does it say, man? I forgot what the word is. Say again?
When they're sinful.
Yeah, but there's a particular word that he uses that. Let me see if I can find it quickly, man. But the Lord already made it so that the Canaanites wouldn't change. Oh, it was there. It was on my tip of my tongue just then. There's something wouldn't change. Oh shit.
Connotation.
Yes, cognition. Thank you, brother. What
That's good.
Right, their cogitation wouldn't change because the Lord already set them up to be destroyed. And it's the same thing now. These people are not going to change, man. They're not going to be mindful of the scourges. When this judgment comes, it's coming to destroy. The people that are meant to be saved have already received this truth. The elect are going to be sealed before the judgment comes. Right? So everything else is just formality, man. You have to go through it, man. You will be destroyed. You will go into slavery. The elect will be saved. But they're the only ones that are going to be saved. But they're going to have to endure until the end. Read that again up.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge for amendment.
So you think these people are thinking about that when they're going through these things? Because they don't. Anytime like a natural disaster happens, they never give the glory to the Most High, or if they don't fear the Most High from the acts of that. Hey, but in America, there's like a fucking trillion cicadas invading the land soon, man. What the fuck are you gonna do with that? I'm interested to see what kind of havoc that's gonna wrought, man, because that's definitely a fucking biblical plague, of biblical proportions.
Yeah, like in them storm ish, storm ish, yeah, and the UK couple of days. Destroy. Lift up, pack these trees out, mash out the houses, So these storms are just coming. People that don't see it as a warning,
Yeah.
They see it as a something which is natural, But this is the way Mostai visits the world, man. When Mostai visits the world, he say, "What? I visit with what? Earthquakes, storms, fires. All these are the ways that Mostai is.
He's the power behind them.
Yeah.
Yes, it is natural because it's his order. It's his words that go forth and do these things, man.
The angel are working.
That's it. Because like I say, people are not thinking about these things. When there's no food in the stores, they say, "Oh, Mosai." They don't think about the Mosai because Esau's made them so detached from all that sort of stuff, man. They're just thinking about because Esau puts in logistic problems and this and that and whatever. So you just concentrate on what Esau's talking about.
In condition, right?
You don't think about how it's judgment. Why is this happening? Beyond what Esau's saying, why is this happening? You don't think about these things, man. And this is why when we get you in the kingdom, you're gonna have to learn a lot of things, man. You're gonna be taught a lot of things. And when you see the judgment take place, you're gonna understand a lot of different things, man. You wasn't be paying attention to before. Things that the men of the Lord, beginning of our elders and apostles, have been warning people about.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Right, so it's already known they're not going to turn from their wickedness, because the Most High don't want them to turn from their wickedness at this moment in time. Yeah, it's the time of judgment, man. The Lord wants to get all these people, man. That's why there's so many people on the earth right now. They're all here to receive judgment, man. Save the elect. You know, but there's a lot of people on this planet right now, more than there's ever been at any time in the earth, you know, in history, right? Because the Most High is bringing judgment on all of them. Okay, in some form, you know, in some type of form. You know, because some are gonna die to the famine, some are gonna die to the sword, right? Some are gonna be put into slavery for the captivity. You know, some are gonna die to the plagues and the pestilences. So the Most High has already got it worked out, figured out who's gonna go by which way. Who's gonna go to get put to death by which manner, man? But there's many ways that man get put to death. You know, some men are destined to be eaten. You know, some men are gonna get eaten, man.
Final destination, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the movie, that's what they show you. You may try to escape, you know, the way you was designed. I mean, destined to die.
And that's a scary thought, man. It's a fucking scary thought, knowing that the Most High is already set up how you're gonna go out, man. And it might be gruesome. It might be real bad. Like every man wants to die in their sleep. But Most High has it. A lot of guys don't go out that way, man. Some men are fucking in torments before they die. They didn't die peacefully, man. The fucking Mexican cartel kitchens, man. You don't want to be there. That's not how you wanted to go out, you know. But the Most High can set you up for that, man. And you're just a civilian. Like you might not even mean a drug gang or cartel or nothing. You're just a bystander, and you caught up in that shit. That's crazy, man. You think, what's this guy done?
You go for a holiday.
You don't know what he's done, but he's there. He's there with the Mexican cartel, blood, getting fucking tortured to death.
Yeah.
You know. Getting fingers and shit chopped off and whatever, man. Fucked up. But the Most High knows, isn't it? The Most High got everyone's judgment sorted out, man. You know? And that's why you got to fear the Most High, man, because the Most High can do that type of shit to you, man. You don't want to go out that way. You don't want to fucking be eaten alive. Fucking Hannibal Lecter fucking eating the shit. Eating the shit out of you, man. No, you don't want to go out that way, man.
You know? You get impaled alive.
Impaled. Like how the Antiochus went out, man, with the plague of the flesh and shit, bro. That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible, man. You don't want to go out ways like that, but it's gonna happen.
And it's very easy in most ways, man. You know,
that's it, man.
It's the book of Jeremiah 15:2, and it shall come to pass.
Yeah, dogs fucking ripping you up.
Yeah. Like
beasts and shit, like, no, I mean, you got to fuck it up, man. Oh, it reminds me of one of those fucking videos that I saw, man. The guy got caught by a gang group, right? And they had the dog there. He was tied to a post. You might remember this. You might see this.
Oh yeah,
remember this one? And they had the dog rip his balls, bro.
Yeah.
Just bro, nah, boy.
It's too much.
Most High, man, it's cruel. Most High is cruel, man.
Then lots of people are laughing, you know?
Yeah, man. It's mad.
This is the book of Jeremiah 15:2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword.
Now you might think that's the same thing, because death and sword, they equal death. It's the same, right? But there's many ways to die. Sword is just a particular way to die. You know, some might go out to the warfare and just die from the sword, die from battle, die from fighting or whatever. But death is a broad thing. And like I said, it don't need to be nice.
You may walk on the street, car may crash you.
Crush you, yeah.
Like the one video I saw, like, I don't know that. I just saw, I mean, the head of the man was like on the pavement, and the body is just like somewhere else, and the car just passing, you know. So it's like, I mean,
yeah, man,
it's terrible, man. Yeah, the way people hand, man, it's just, I mean, it's.
And that's another thing why you don't want to keep messing around with the word, man. Messing around with this doctrine, because the Most High, you got special judgment, man. You know, carry on reading. I'm gonna find that.
Thus said the Lord, such as for the death, such as are for death to death, and such are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such are as are for the captivity to the captivity. And that's what it's gonna be. You may seem to yourself, intelligence, knowing that America is going to be destroyed by fire. You may try to board a plane and go to another land so you can escape that war, nuclear destruction. But must prepare you for what? To die through what? Starvation, and that's how it's going to be, So there's no escaping of what Mostai is prepared for you, man. The judgment of Mosai is going to be fulfilled whether you like it or not, And most of especially you Israel, you're going to be caught up to put in the concentration camps, man. In these last days, under the hand of who? Israel, man. And they're going to force you to take the technology, man, the RFID microchip to be part of his system. No? Yeah. And which is going to lead to death as well.
Yeah, to the specific judgment for that too.
Yeah.
Written in Revelation 14. Right. And this is why it will behoove you. It'll be for your sake, man, to understand that, man. To understand the MOTV, what it is. Like properly, really. And not to be guessing and to be unsure. You need to be sure. If you don't want to receive that judgment, you need to be sure, man. It needs to make fucking sense. There has to be a practical way, a practical, physical way that it can be implemented, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That fits the scriptures. There's too many guys playing games, man. Like it doesn't matter that they could get it wrong. It's not such a big deal. No, it is a big deal, man.
It's like did the election tell you like the way to go to the ocean, you have to take it to the left, and then you say, no, I'm gonna take to the light. I'm gonna go to the mid.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get there, is it?
You're gonna take the scenic route.
Yeah.
One with fire.
You're gonna be.
Well, no, yeah, it's like the scenic route to the kingdom, man. They're gonna go through the field of fire first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before they can get to the kingdom. It's like, no, you don't want to go that way, man. You're gonna, it's not gonna be pleasant.
Man.
It ain't gonna be as pleasant as you think, man. It's not something you can get wrong, man. Like it's gonna cost you big time. Getting it wrong. Okay, and all we are here is trying to, give you some confidence, man. Give you some understanding, to give you confidence, man, to know, to make the right decision, man.
Give you a right direction, which path you need to follow, man.
Because you have to be confident.
Yeah.
You have to be confident, man. Without a shadow of doubt, you need to know without a shadow of doubt exactly what's going on and how it's going to go down, and what things are, man. Because otherwise, you're giving an opportunity to Satan to come in and corrupt you, man, to seduce you, to tempt you into doing some foolishness, man. Because you're not really armored up. You're not put on the breastplate, man, and the helmet. You ain't done none of that, man. Acting like, oh, I'll be all right. No, you ain't gonna be all right, man.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, you're gonna die. You're gonna burn. I wanted to grab this from 2 Peter chapter 2, from verse. I'm gonna read from verse 12, right? It says, but these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, right? So, like I said, as there's an allotted elect that are going to be delivered, there's an allotted wicked, and they're going to be destroyed, man. And they can't change. They can't jump from one group to the other. It don't work like that.
As you say, when the gospel of the kingdom shall be preaching in the four corners of the house, then the end shall come.
Yeah.
You're gonna be preached for what? For a witness.
Yeah.
So there are some witness gonna be for what? Salvation. Some witness gonna be what?
Destruction.
To be destroyed. So yeah.
Yep. It's, to be taken and destroyed. Speak evil of things that they understand not. So you people are quick to talk shit without actually knowing anything. They're rash with their mouth. So, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime, or the feasting and all the mirth, man, all the partying and bullshitting, right?
Israel parties.
Israel parties, man. You know, cookouts, all of that fucking fashion shows and strip parties and shit, weddings. Like, it goes on, man. You'd be surprised how much fucking stupid shit is going on in Israel, man, considering the time that we're in. They think this is the time to be doing that shit. You know, we're not out here to be fucking doing all that shit, man. We're here to teach the word. You know, until we get the fuck out of here. Then you can have your weddings. You know, you want to have a fashion show? Have a fashion show in the kingdom, man. You know,
the first wedding we're gonna have with the Lord, man.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be. What we're gonna be enjoying. We're gonna get the pure wine, you know.
Yeah, that good wine the Lord is speaking about. You know, but yeah, these people wanna live part in the world and part as a Hebrew Israelite, man. It don't work that way, man. You know, they don't want to let go of stuff. You know, they want the cake and eat it. You know, they don't want to make the sacrifice now. But you want to be part of the sacrifice, man, when the fucking missiles come.
Was it like it or not?
Yeah.
And that's deep, man. It's like you either now take now the sacrifice or wait until later when you get the lead one, the burning one.
But it's like what the scriptures say about they that shall save the life shall lose it. That seek to save the life shall lose it. You're trying to maintain things that you had that you enjoy doing here and bring it along with you, man. You're not bringing shit with you, man.
Like Lot's wife, is it?
Yeah.
You lose, man. You turn to what? Pillar of salt, man. Because what? It turned back.
Yeah, she turned back.
So like, she turned back because she remember what she left behind.
All the things she was giving up, everything she was losing. And Jake just can't let go of this place, man. Jake love Egypt. They love Egypt, man. Even these other camps, they love fucking Egypt, man. They want to be successful in Egypt, man.
That's why they pervert the doctrine. Every time they come with different work, this way would work doctrine, man.
Yeah.
Try to sway people from what from the right path, man.
Yeah, they love the leeks and the onions and you know, they want something from this world still. They want it. That's why they still want to be rappers. They still want to be businessmen. They still want to.
They want to open schools, hospitals,
own fucking aircraft and shit. You know, they want to wear fucking matching suits and shit. You know, that's all part of this world, man. There's never something for us.
Position as well.
Position, the rank, the fame. They want fame.
Yeah.
You know, to be worshipped. You know, to be respected. To give that image. You know what I mean? They want all these things, man. But that's nothing to do with us, man. These are not things that should be concerning us. The only thing that should concern us is His word and teaching it. You know, that's the only thing we're commanded to do. In the kingdom, you know, when we get given our titles, right? Get given our ranks and authorities and stuff like that, when the Lord gives them, then you're gonna get your respect, you're gonna get your glory, but guess who gets it first? The Lord has to get His first, man. It's like Nathaniel, he don't care about the name of the Lord and he doesn't care about teaching it, and he teaches congregation like it doesn't matter, but everyone must know His name. Everyone must respect His authority, His power. You know? But who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are any of us, man? People must know you, but when it comes to the Lord, now it doesn't matter. That's not the right order, man. That's not right. You know? Back here, 2 Peter 2, verse 13. I shall receive the reward of unrighteousness. Okay, which is the judgment, right? As they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime, spots they are and blemishes. They're blemished. Hey, we're supposed to be unblemished. Like the Lord is unblemished, right? We're not meant to be corrupt, you know, using these things in the world to corrupt what we're doing. But you're bringing all these corruptions in, man, and you're being stained by it. Blemishes, man. You know, you're not pure. You know, we're supposed to be trying to be pure. This doctrine is pure. You know?
Yeah,
with no leaven.
That's what it Well, the word need to wash us, is to cleanse us,
Yep.
to make us, clean. You know, so not as already we're in the process now, and then you come back and what? Jump on the mire and shut the Lord.
Because all that stuff in the world is filth.
Yeah.
It's making us dirty. That's why you have to wash it off. You have to get rid of it. Be cleansed. But you want to bring that stuff back. I'm bringing sexy back. They want to bring that shit back from the world to dirty themselves again. Well, then you're not without blemish, then, is it? You know, your faith isn't there to cover you, man. You know. So spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery. They can't control that shit because they, in the family will have women in the congregation and stuff like that. So they breed. They're in like an environment that breeds this shit anyway. It doesn't put a stop to it. The elders and apostles were wise enough to understand that, man, women can't be around because they cause these problems. You know, them not being around solves it. You don't have to deal with that. Those sort of situations don't happen. You know, that's why brothers don't hang around with women's, man. You know, because you give occasion to Satan. You know, you have to be wise, man. And Nathaniel should know it because he was back at the old school anyway. Like he should understand and have learned from that. But they continue because they like that setup. They like that setup, man. As much as they talk about keeping the law and stuff like that, they're not actually doing anything really to prevent stuff from happening when they could do. You know, they like the setup they have, but it's just not wise. You know, it's not essential for the women to be around. It's not necessary. But because you want that community and family Israelite feel and to bring more and more people in, because a lot of followers are women at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you're allowing everybody in, you have more people in it. Obviously, that's maths, isn't it? Business. It's business sense. So that's why you don't really have a problem with it, man, because you're making money out of all of this, man. It's not really about the word and things that kind of prevent it. It's about you making money out of all of it, man. So you can come in on fucking horses and shit. You know?
Women like praising.
Women complicate shit, man.
The women love praising, isn't it?
They fucking love that, man. They want attention. That's why they pray so much, man. They want attention, man. You know, because they're not really here for the word, they're here for the men.
They love power. That's what it is. That's what they say. In the time of your power, the what? Everyone is gonna recognize it. I mean, just to love power, as it's written, you know, and that's gonna begin with the hour share merchant, you know, and the rest of the men who have been predestined to be delivered from this coming judgment, man, coming destruction. They're gonna receive those power, and all these women. They say 7 women shall hold one man, man. You know, and that's what is gonna come. You know.
Yeah, there's nothing but distractions, man. You know, that's why you're fucking having fucking fashion shows. Like, what the fuck? Why would you need a fashion show? Oh, because some woman said it, probably. You know what I'm saying? Some woman's like, she likes making garments. So, like, yeah, we should do a fashion show. Yeah, have people come around, pay to go. Why? It's just fucking waste of damn fucking time, man. Just to satisfy one's own lusts and desires and shit. The worldly lusts.
Can do it in extra, on your extra, man.
Bro, wait to the kingdom, innit? You know, when you get the proper silks, you know, the proper materials, you know.
I was saying, like, if your business, you can do. I mean, on your side.
That's a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, this style is like it's become part of the culture. A culture for them now. You know, they're doing all this extra shit, and that's just part of what they do now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I said, it's distracting. It's distracting and it's detracting. You know, from the word, from the teaching, man. Because now it's a money making thing.
Yeah, it's not building for what is coming, man. It's not building the people. I mean, what is
mentally,
mentally about what is coming, the dangers that's ahead, man. You know.
Well, Nate was denying the fucking Jacob's trouble, so they're obviously not in that spirit. You know what I mean? They're not in the mentality of preparing themselves mentally or spiritually. You got Tazaria talking about businesses and shit. You know, he was having that discussion with Polite that time ago, talking about the things greater than God and stuff like that. And all he kept talking about was these fucking oils or whatever the fuck he was doing. Like, I'm not saying you can't have that stuff because, you know, hey,
Yes, you're
if I had access to your oil, I'd probably buy some oils off you, bro. But your focus is shifted, man. These Israelite camps, their focus have shifted. It's not about the truth no more. And that's one thing that can never be said about our apostles, man. It's always been about this truth, man.
ego, man. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, they want the ego stroke, man. They want to feel like they're successful. They want to feel like they're doing something, man. They're not just some Israelite on the street yelling at people who no one really wants to respect. So you try and find respect from different things. And that's why you go hang out with the unconscious movements and stuff like that, because they give you respect. Oh, he's making money. So you get some kind of respect because of that. Because you're using this truth as a hustle, man. And it ain't meant for that. You know, it ain't meant for that. But like I said, the focus of what you guys are supposed to be on is shifted, man. It ain't about the truth no more. You know? It ain't about the truth no more, man. And like I said, our elders have been on point, you know, because they've been telling us this whole time. You know? And they've always been out here, not taking time off and all that kind of business, you know?
Yes.
They told us what this truth is supposed to be about. We're not supposed to be incorporating all this worldly stuff into the ministry.
Yeah, Bible say love not the word, none of the things that are in the word, man.
Yeah.
Because the things of this world are just for what? Temporary, man. No, now we see them, but soon we're not gonna see them. Because why? Messiah is gonna empty everything down, man. You know,
That's it.
to the ground. You know, it's gonna turn everything to ashes, especially from America. I mean, especially in the America, man. You know, this other part of it as well. This institution that you see from flourishing around the world, all this is gonna be cut off because they're not gonna be part of the system to come.
That's right.
The kingdom of heaven is gonna be in a different formation, man. Different way of existence, man. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so back here, 2 Peter 2:14. It says, having the eyes full of adultery and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls. Right? And that's who they're getting at. Unstable souls, man. That's who's getting turned. That's who's getting deceived. Okay, with all this bullshit, with all the gimmicks. Unstable souls, man. Not of the elect. Because the elect can't be deceived. You know? So there's no skin of our nose to say, look, man, what you're doing, because it's not affecting us. But you are bringing a bunch of people into for destruction. You know? And if there is any elect among them, they're going to come out. But you're going to have a lot of blood in your hands, man. You know? And that's something you don't really want. So, and heart, they have exercised with covetous practices. You always want something, man. You always wanted something. Right? This truth isn't enough for you, man. You want more. Because you're not getting the reward now. Right? All the promises that are promised to us, we're not getting it now. Right? But you want something now. So that's why you go and make a business. You know, now that's why, you know, Nathaniel's worth however many millions or whatever he's worth now. Because he's got his ministry, he's got his industry, right? Right? He's making loads of money. He's got fucking film studios and shit, making movies and shit, man. Making fucking rap albums and shit. It just doesn't stop. Because they want something, man. They always want something. Because they're not getting rewarded through this word alone. You know? So they have to find other avenues to reward themselves. Because this is a thankless job at the end of the day. No one gives a shit that we're out here. No one cares. You know? The only people that care are the elects. And that's a very small group of people on the planet, man. That want to listen, that want to learn, that want to hear. All these people don't give a fuck, man. So you're not going to get no respect and no glory from these dudes, man. Not that that's what we're hunting for, but you're not going to get that. You know? We're only going to be glorified when the Hawashai comes and brings glory.
That's a difference from us, to them, man. You know, because they want the glory of this world, you know, which they miss, you know, so badly when they grow up, when they were growing up, you know, because their dream was were to be part of this system, you know, but as they were growing up, they didn't get that chance. Now, but they got this way of choose. They want to mingle with that part they miss, man.
Yeah, they see opportunity or ways they can do it.
Yeah,
still, you know. within this truth. You know, so the more members you got, the easier it is.
Yeah, it is.
You know, because we're not about numbers. But obviously, people want numbers, isn't it? Because it helps them produce money.
There's no difference with them churches, is it?
Exactly.
They want to make money. That's it.
Yeah, because the pastor wants to wear a nice suit. Because the pastor wants to drive a nice car. Because the pastor wants to go on fucking holiday all the damn time. You know, he wants a nice big house.
Yeah.
It's funny they all have that. They all have those things, isn't it?
Private jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've all got it. They've all, you know, I'm not saying you can't own things, but like obviously they wouldn't do without it. They wouldn't be doing it if they weren't getting it. You know?
Sure.
So they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way. You've forsaken the right way, right? And have gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Bosor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. The dumb ass speaking with man's voice forbade the malice of the prophet. These are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. Right? So they said they're condemned already, man. They just don't know it. You know? For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, all this extra shit they talk about is vanity. All these things that they want to build, all these things they want to achieve, it's all vanity because it's all going to be destroyed. But they're not focused on getting the doctrine right, though. You know, because they want to teach things that are advantageous to themselves, man. You know, like getting a 501c3 is advantageous to them because they don't have to pay the fucking the taxes or whatever, right? It's advantageous to them. But now you can't do certain things under that, though. There's certain things you can't, which have been discussed with you. Nate would know. They've been discussed that you can't say. You know, that's why a lot of things go missing out of the doctrine over there. You know, things go missing out of the doctrine over there, man.
Yeah, the name was main focus in time past when he started
when he was actually a proper teacher.
Yeah, but now they start mocking the name. It means
now he's an actor. You know, he's flamboyant now. You know what I mean? You know. So they say things go missing when you're under certain rules, right? Because you want the tax exempt status, right? So there's things you can't say, you can't do, you know, and the truth suffers because of that. It says that these are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist darkness is reserved forever. But when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness, right? This desire, right? Those that were clean escape from them who live in error. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. Because you're not really in the truth, man. You're being constrained by the things of this world still. You're being corrupted by them. Right? For over whom a man is overcome, of the same he is brought in bondage. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and the Savior Yahushua Mahashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse for them than the beginning. Right? Going back to what we were saying, you know, there's just people messing around with the doctrine, man. There's great judgments for these guys, man. You know, especially those that had the truth, right? And you started trying to mix up the doctrine, remixing it, you know, for your own pleasure. You know, great judgment is gonna find those guys, man. Okay. Verse 21 says, For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered to them, to turn from it, to leave it. You know, because they didn't continue in the things that they were taught. They went left. You know,
it's hard to return. I mean, to bring those people back, you know, because they're gonna be already corrupted in their mind, you know.
That's it.
No, ego is already being consuming them, you know. So it's hard to turn that person back to the light path, man. You know? It's the same one you say, sacrifice the Lord their flesh. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can go through it all again.
Yeah.
Now you was offered the opportunity.
Mm.
You know, the Lord called to you, right? We know when you're called, a few are chosen. But you heard the call and you answered. You picked up the phone and like, yes, Lord. You made that vow. You said, yes, Lord. I will serve, right? And then you turn away from serving. What do you think that you think the Lord still wants you? That makes you unreliable, man.
Because I mean, once you come in this place, man, it's like it's not like, man. You make a vow, man.
Mm.
You know, it's a vow. So this vow, which we already made, we need to fulfill. You know, so no matter how hard it's gonna be, we need to continue,
You
man.
got to see it out
Yeah.
to the end.
Yeah.
Paul said he finished his course.
Yeah.
And Paul was suffering. You know what I mean? We all suffer. We all got things we're suffering with and having to deal with, man. But you have to fucking deal with it, man. You can't be thinking about, oh, I could have been this, I could have done this, and you know,
There's no time for that.
bro, we're here as servants, man. We're not here to be glorified in anything, man. You know, we're here to do the bidding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right? We and our glory can wait. It can wait. We are not important like that. You know, we are not before the sun. Okay, we can wait.
Luke 17:10. So likewise, let's start from. No, let me start the point. So likewise, ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants.
Because what did we gain? What did we gain here? Nothing, right?
Yeah.
We're not meant to gain nothing here. And the work that we do is never enough.
It's our duty.
That's it. So we're not getting paid right now. We're not get, there's nothing that we get from doing this, but even so, we still could do more. You're not gonna not do it. Like, we're not doing it because we want something right from the Lord now. Like people come into this truth thinking that their life's gonna change around and the Lord's gonna bless them. But that's not really how it really works. Yes, you're following the truth now, so you think, well, if I'm doing better now, I should receive good from the Lord, right? It doesn't always work that way. Most of the time, it don't work that way. Because the Lord is continuously testing you, put you in hard positions, right? So it feels like the Lord don't actually ain't really dealing with you, but He is. He's just he's giving you the chastisement of a son.
That's a blessing, actually.
It's a blessing in itself, right? As long as you can endure it, right? But obviously, if the Lord has you break, that means the Lord, He wasn't dealing with you anyway. But we're not here trying to gain. We're not those pastors in the Christian churches. Because people look at him thinking, oh, if I just join this congregation, I'm going to be blessed like he blessed. You know, you got all these prosperity doctrines out there thinking, if I just join this congregation, I'm going to be blessed like this man's blessed. That's not how it goes, man. Okay, we're here to be put through adversity, to be tried in the fire. Okay, yeah, you're going to have times where you're up. You're going to have times, a lot of times, when you're down. You know, when things are not going so great. You thought things were going to be better. But no, you might have lost your woman, might have lost your job, your family ain't want to talk to you. You start losing shit. And you're like, fuck, like, why am I losing? I'm with the Lord. I'm doing what the Lord told me to do. Why am I losing? It's all part of the process, man, because the Lord's trying to prove you.
Yeah, as I say, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation.
Yep.
You know, a temptation is a trial, testing. So you're gonna be bending and twisted here and there, and it's not gonna be pleasing.
Satan's gonna come around often.
Yeah.
Satan, when Satan knows you're in the truth, or you know the truth, Satan comes around often, man. Yeah. To fuck with you, man.
Yeah, you're gonna be through your children. Be one child, always fuck your day.
From spirits. Yeah, man. Hey, man, but Satan, like I said, Satan comes around often, man, and Satan got tools, man. He got tools, he got ways to fuck with you, man. But the thing is, Satan can come with all the tools, he can come with all the angles. But if the Lord is dealing with you, Satan can't find the angle on you proper.
Yeah, that's why I tell you. Moses told Satan, concerning Job.
Job, that's it.
Touch Job.
You gotta be like Job.
Don't touch his soul. You can touch whatever you want, but don't his soul.
So we have to suffer it. That's what patience means. It means to suffer, right? So when you come into the truth, yeah, prepare for temptation because you're going to suffer, man. You're going to be proved to be worthy of the salvation and the glory that you're going to receive after this world. After this is all done. You know, we're not here to receive now. We can't receive nothing. We can't receive before the Yahushua receives, man.
Now we need to give. You know?
We need to give because the Lord's already gave.
Yeah.
The Lord gave his life, gave his blood for us, man. And now it's our turn to give, to sacrifice, make our bodies a living sacrifice, man. So we're in a giving stage. You're not here to receive. We're going to receive after the job's done. We're going to get paid when the job's done. The job is not done right now. We're still here. Still got to teach. All right? So when that's all done, when we finish our course, then we're going to be rewarded for the time and effort, the faith that we demonstrated. You know? Just like Abraham. His faith was what got him the righteousness, man. You know?
Yeah.
That got him the Lord, gave him the promises, and because he was a faithful man.
Yeah.
This is what's being proven of us, man. If we're of Abraham's seed, if we're like Abraham, you know.
And he didn't receive at the instant.
No.
At that same time, he
That's
was
right.
promised. You know.
He had great faith to believe that, man. That even when he died, like
without a child, he believed, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, like your generation, your seed gonna be blessed. Huh?
And that takes a lot to believe that, man.
Yeah.
Knowing that even though the Lord said he said these things, but you're not going to receive them. Not now.
Yeah.
Like after death, like you have to believe. Well, you already know. You know, Abraham knew about reincarnation.
Yeah.
Had to. Had to know, because otherwise, like, how could you believe that? I'm going to die. But what's the point?
Yeah.
He must have known. Abraham knew about reincarnation, man. Of course he did. You know, he knew he was going to come back. His seed, come back with his seed, and enjoy all of it. Because even Yahushua said that, man. You're gonna eat or feast with Jacob and Abraham and that. I can't remember what it says verbatim, but
I think it's
the Lord actually mentioned that.
in your generation, is it? Which one of them?
No, he said that you would eat or sit with Jacob in the kingdom, something like that. I can't remember the words that he's used. I won't be able to find it if I search for it. So I can't remember the words exactly. But you know, I wish I mentioned that, man. Oh, let's see. Let me see. New Testament. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Matthew chapter 8. This is the Lord saying this, right? And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and west and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. Right? So they knew they would be back. Right? Because we all have to fulfill that one day. You know, we're going to be in the kingdom with our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? Sitting and drinking and eating, celebrating, praising the Most High. Because then Abraham could see the fulfillment of the promise that was made to him. You know, all his seed there. The promise has been fulfilled. The Lord had made good on everything he promised Abraham. Vocab, all this fucking, it's a hypothetical seed. And no, it's Abraham's actual seed. And Abraham's going to be there to see that.
Abraham and his seed. That's what they said. Messiah is going to bless it. It's not about the other nation, man. They're going to be blessed. I mean, because of us, you know.
That's it.
Yeah,
but they're going to learn righteousness, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, they're going to live good lives after that. After the punishment, of course. But they're going to live good lives after that, man. Righteously. You know, obviously, you know, they're not perfect, so they're going to, you know, fuck up here and there. But that's why Israel was set out to be the judges of the earth. You know, to keep things in order, to deal out justice. You know? But the earth is going to be under a better vibration, man, than this fucking dark, shitty ass place now, under Esau. This earth's dying, man. Everything on the earth is dying. It's being used and abused, and it's tired, it's sick. Right, and this is why this whole place has got to go, man, and restarted. New heaven and a new earth. Okay, it needs to be refreshed. That's what it really means. It means refresh kainos, right? To be refreshed, to be renewed. You know, breath of new life. You know, breath of new life into this place. You know,
Like spring, is it? Spring is like everything come to
if
life.
it come back around, right? You know, it's cycles, right? But this is the end of this cycle, man, of this era, this age, aeon, right? The world age. It's a new world, new age is coming. You know,
It's actually the age of
wickedness, man.
is going to be ended, you know,
That's right.
and then it's going to start the age of righteousness, which is going to be forever, right?
Yeah, I've got something for that. Truth, flourish. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. Because this is the world of corruption. But this is going to be overcome. Even as powerful, as mighty as the corrupt are, the wicked are, because he's still got all the guns, he got all the the weapons and stuff, right? On the carnal level, it'd be impossible to take him out of power. You know? But the Most High got bigger, better weapons, man. Spiritual weapons. You know? That could easily take care of Esau. Angels, you know, they're gonna take care of Esau easy, nicely. You know, quick time. All right. The power that we got is greater. Right? It says corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been for so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Yeah,
You know?
wherever you go around the world, the whole world is corrupted, man.
Mm.
You know, from the mindset of the people to the food they eat, you know, everything. The the family system, everything is corrupted, man. Everything is getting away from the way of righteousness.
Yep.
You know, everything is exalting wickedness, but not Most High. Most High for all this time is not been exalted, man. So Lord, soon we're gonna see that, you know, and that's gonna begin with the Lord Himself, you know.
And just like this world, how it is now, where the world's corrupt and there's only a few righteous men in it, or a few men trying to do the right things, it's going to be the reverse in the kingdom. The whole world is going to know what righteousness is, right?
Yeah, all that, you know.
And then you only have the few elements of you know, guys that are doing wickedly, you know, but they're going to get dealt with quick, you know.
Yeah, because this society is out of order, man. You know, everything's
Everybody in this world knows corruption, but not many people know righteousness, man. It's going to be opposite in the kingdom. These people are going to know what righteousness is, you know, and that will be down thanks to the Lord setting up His Son Yahushua and the Israelites in power, right? Being made perfect, right? Because Israel have to be made perfect to be able to rule righteously, because that's something that's always missing from us. We've had a kingdom, and you know, we've had good spells. We've had a lot of bad spells though, because we was corrupted. We weren't righteous, you know. We weren't made perfect yet. We know this whole ordeal is going to make us perfect. We're going to be like how Yahushua is perfect, right? So there's going to be we're going to be infallible, right? We're not going to be able to do wrong. We're not going to mess up. We're not going to get things wrong, right? We're going to know everything perfectly and do things perfectly, you know? And that's what it takes. That's what you need in the earth as a ruler. There's someone that you could trust in, man. There's no variableness in that person. You know, he's not going to be able to be corrupted and, you know, do dodgy deals and look out for his own interests and things like that. You know, when you know that these are the sons of God, man, these are perfect beings, perfect children, man, and you could trust everything that comes from them. You're gonna live in a world with you know, with great comfort. You know, knowing these types of things, man.
Yeah, because justice is going to be established, you know. Right now, there's no justice in it, man. You know, people, doing some worse, crimes, they're going to be treated as well, as normal, you know. But people who do some little crimes, they've been treated like they're going to be given what? Worse judgment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is just turned upside down, man. These pedophilias, they line around, man, free. You know,
Yeah.
you know, some of them pedophilia in the royal family, man. You know, so it's
Some, some shit.
most of them.
Shit.
So all this, I mean, top people who rule the world are the most corrupted people, and they are collapsing way they push to the world, man. You know, and that's why you see you go to the Amazon now, people there, they do what this, I mean, this elite want them to do, man. No,
Yeah, so we're just waiting for this time, man. You know, because who doesn't want to live in a world like that where you can trust in things? You know, where you can believe in things. you know, you're not being lied to fucking 24/7. You don't know what to believe.
you're a child gonna be, I mean, you don't worry about your child gonna go missing, man. Like
Go
now,
missing, or
yeah.
tell you that he want to change, he want to chop your wee off.
like,
Things like this.
like yesterday, I believe I saw, I mean, a brother posted, I mean, a short, I mean, like, what, info, he show like a amount of statistics, like amount of children go missing around the world. The big number is where in America, like 800 per day, 800,000 per day. That's a lot, you know. It's a lot. It's followed by UK, man.
Well, they did that movie in it, with Caviezel, Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
He was shedding light on that, and obviously he got a bit of backlash for that, and they was criticizing him. But the guy, the organization that criticized him, probably fucking in on the rings, man.
Yeah.
Because it's always those ones that are looking like they're helping or trying to help, are the ones that are doing it.
Those who come with a suit, man.
Yeah.
With
Come
nice
with those,
tie.
with the good words, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones they're the handlers. They're the one organizing the shit. So of course they're gonna say something and try and belittle him or make it seem like it's inaccurate and all this type of shit. But at least he's shedding a light on it. At least he's having it being spoken about. But these things die quick. They die down quickly, man. Because when it would come out, everyone was talking about it, but no one's talking about it again. You know what I mean? And like I said, children go missing all the damn fucking time, and no one's doing nothing about it really, except for these organizations. Apparently, it's supposed to be doing something, but obviously not.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know how to. We need to be able to identify them first, and you're bullshitting, man. These fucking organizations are bullshitting, man.
It's corruption.
That's like saying Oxfam are here trying to help help children in Africa. They ain't fucking helping, man. We know what the fuck they do with that money, man.
Yeah.
Fucking buying prostitutes and shit. They're fucking snorting coke and all kinds of shit, man. They ain't fucking helping no one. Otherwise, Africa wouldn't be an issue no more.
Yeah, a lot of children also, have been trafficked from Africa as well.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot.
These charities make so much fucking money, but they still can't fix nothing.
Yeah.
Strange.
Favela. Favela
It's strange, man.
favela is bad over there, man.
Signs don't add up. They're not adding up. Don't fucking add up, man. But we know what Esau is like. We know what he does. He sets up these places, man, and they're just fronts, man, for doing fucking illegal shit.
Well, you said, organs and stuff like that.
The thing, trafficking people, children, and all kinds of shit for these places, man. Esau does nothing legit, man. He ain't legit. He's a fucking criminal, man. Everywhere, everything he does is a criminal. We'll grab this. Never trust our enemy, man.
His word is smoother than butter.
Yeah, man.
War is in his heart, man. That's what it is, man. It may look charitable, but in reality, ask the Native America, man. So-called Native America. The tribe of God. Ask them. Esau came there with a Bible. Try to smooth them. But at the end, he slaughtered them.
Yep.
He slaughtered the old, the young, the women. That's what Esau have been doing.
And if you watch that movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, man, you see it in action. I know, man, the actors and stuff like that, man. But Esau does proper try to be nice. He's being nice to people. He actually looks like he loves you, man. But he's scheming on you. He's scheming. He's trying to find a way to take something from you, man.
I believe, there's the chicken pox blanket.
Either, yeah.
Yeah, Esau gave to so-called Native America, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And they man died because they didn't have no immunity against it, man. You know, because it's not something that they was familiar with, man. You know, it's dirty. You know, but it's Esau. He comes with the smoothness, man. He comes as your friend. And when you watch that movie, right, Robert, De Niro, it's Robert De Niro, isn't it? What's his first name? I forget.
Robert De Niro.
It's Robert, isn't it? Yeah. De Niro plays the white American, right? And everybody loved him. He's always out there trying to help people and set them up and do this and that. He looked like he cared about their people, man. But the whole time he was setting plans against them. And that's what Esau's always done. And so we can't be deceived by the way he acts towards us, man. Because it's not sincere. It's not sincere, man.
Yeah, it's all covering, you know? It's all covering up, man. Like you just charge agents or something. Like
Yeah.
These are just covering up, man. You know?
He ain't sincere in what he's doing, man. He never has been, man. But everyone ends up finding out the hard way, though. Because everyone they want to believe him. They want to trust in Esau. But that's something no one should be doing, man. Trusting Yahweh Shai, trusting his word, man. That's who we should be trusting on, man. But people are looking for Esau for help. Don't accept help from Esau. You know? Because even things like this, because obviously, you know, some brothers, you know, my woman and stuff like that, they got the benefits and stuff like that, right? All right, that's all well and good. Esau giving out free money, fine. I'll take that shit off him. Yeah, if I could get it, I will take it. But even that is a trap, because when the time comes to bring out the MOTB, right, you're gonna need to take that to get those benefits, man. The universal basic income and all that kind of shit. You're gonna need to take that mark to receive those goodies, man. Because you're so reliant on them, because you got so used to being on them, a lot of people are gonna be like, I can't not have them. You know, I need that, right? Can't work or whatever the case may be. And so a lot of people are gonna be in that sort of situation where it's gonna be like, I've got to take it. I've got to take it, because otherwise how am I gonna eat? So even that's a trap.
It's a trap.
Everything's a trap.
Yeah,
but you need to know it. To be able to defeat the trap, you need to know it's a trap, innit?
Yeah.
But when you don't know, it's like you're fucked. Esau's got you.
On the other side, Esau is creating these single mothers, you know?
Yeah.
You know, single household in a form of war, helping them with a war, with us, little
Money and
manage,
finances,
you know? But what they are preparing is what? Separation, you know? Like the family is going to be
weaken,
weak. And the children, they're going to be what? Not the
products of society, man. The products of Esau and he's fucking programming.
Yep.
You know, from his schools and the TVs and his shit, man. Because you can't raise your child. You know, you can't raise them effectively.
Yeah, women can't raise the child alone. You know, need a father.
She being corrupted, man, for the TV and shit. You know, because they're susceptible to that shit too. You know, that's why all they care about is superficial shit. You know, Esau is always fucking scheming on everything, man, to destroy.
He's opportunistic.
Yep. All right, so let's get this. This is Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Right? Rust doesn't go away. Rust is always going to be there under the surface, man. You might buff it out and you might look all right, but it's there. It's still there. You know? It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right? So he'll do all the acting and you know, be present and all that kind of shit, man, just to throw you off. You know, he don't look like he's threatening. He don't look like he's dangerous. You know, but he's a serpent, man, and he bites. Right? It says, beware, go heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. It's the same. Okay, it's the same as he's always been, man. But just because you polish it up and mask it, don't mean it's changed. Right? Can an Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? It is what it is. Esau is the wicked. He will be the wicked. And he'll always be the wicked. Regardless of what suit he puts on. No matter what smile he puts on. He'll always be that serpent. He'll always be the wicked. Right? That's what he was made for. So set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Because you're being warned. You know his history. He's got a terrible fucking track record, but somehow everyone kind of forgets. Everyone kind of wants to forget that he did that. You know? Not so much these days, because if it's going to be brought out in the open again, how much of a devil this man's been, and people are finding it hard to trust him.
Especially Jakes now has started working. You know?
Yeah.
Now it's to begin with a second Jewish. Most of Jakes they said no, you know?
Yep.
Because they know the records, man.
That's it. But prior to that, it's like everyone just conveniently forgets that he's done it to every people he's ever come in contact with, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's done almost the same thing over and over again to all these different nations. But somehow, like, oh, we can forgive him, though. Why? It's convenient or maybe inconvenient. The only reason why you do that is because he's in power. And you can't do nothing about it anyway.
Yeah, as you say, you have done a lot. People to realize that this man is not like, you know? Because he's a he's a shepherd. As you go back to the guy, I mean, in the time of God, he was the subtle, I mean, than the rest of the beast, man.
Yeah.
You know, so he's been doing that over and over to this time.
And he's a cunning hunter.
Yeah.
He's also a cunning hunter too. So he knows how to get what he needs out of people, man.
Yeah. It's just now Mosiah is exposing him, using us, man. That's why people are being warned. Mosiah is starting to take advantage of that, I mean, of lies, you know, deceit, you know, that it was put upon them, you know. Now they start to see this man is not lying, man. He's a devil, you know.
It can't be trusted, man.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad they can't even trust each other. You know. This is verse 15. So for a while he will abide with thee. So he look like he on your side. You know, oh, Black Lives Matter. He out there with you in the marches, right?
Yeah.
He acts like he one of you.
Yeah.
You know, or was it Occupy Wall Street? Yeah, you know, let's get it together, right? Because we're like you, we're suffering too. The elites.
Yeah. It's all there, man. It's a hedge, isn't it?
Yeah, you know. So we're all one people now, apparently. But no, we're not.
Yeah, even this community, I mean, so-called black community meetings, you're always gonna see Edomite inside. You know, you have to ask yourself, why is he doing that? What is he doing there? Because he came there to take the records, man. What you are planning to do, you know, and then it's gonna go and what? Report to their, to them who are on the top, man, and they're gonna know what they're gonna do now.
This is for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Right? My brother said, the opportunist. So when you see the weakness and the opportunity to strike, he'll strike. You know, when Esau's got you, this is what all this whole, you know, the whole CV thing, and you know, he's testing the boundaries of what he can and can't do with the people. Right? So he knows that he can do this next thing. You're gonna strike again. Because you've been worn down by this whole CV19 thing. So he knows what he can do next time. He knows what you're prepared to do and willing to do. You know, you lock yourself indoors, take jabs and all this kind of stuff. You know, wear masks, do, you know, stay 2 meters away, and you know, he knows that you're prepared to do that. So when shit really hits the fan and he wants to bring the MLTB in, he knows what people are prepared to do. He knows who are not going to do it, and he knows who are going to do it. You know, he knows who to target and who not to target, or who he needs to target. You know. Same way, like he knows how to get Jake on board, because back in America they were offering him fucking free donuts and chicken and all that of shit. Getting your celebrities to encourage you to come and get it done.
Yeah.
He knows what to how to do it.
Yeah. Some
stupid, man.
Some cities in America have been told like, if you come and take the thing, you're gonna get what? Marijuana?
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, I remember that as that.
That is wicked.
You know, he used to know how to reel you in.
Yeah.
You know how to do it, man. You know, he knows how you know how gullible some of you are, man. You know?
Like this is, I mean Trump, on his campaign he used that Jack, you know, try to to allow his people, you know, to vote on Trump, man. You say this is wicked, man. Have you seen that video?
I don't remember that.
Yes.
Well, recent.
Yeah, it's just a few days. It's a few days.
Was that a real picture?
It's a video. Actually.
Oh, it's a video.
Yeah, it's a short video.
He's with a bunch of Jake.
It's just one Jack and a bit, but the audience, they didn't show the audience either.
Right.
But it's like, I mean, probably it's a bunch of Jacks as well.
Verse 16 says, an enemy speaking sweetly with his lips. So yeah, he'll give all the pleasantries, he'll tell you what you want to hear, you know? But it's just a way to get what he wants, you know? It says, but in his heart, in his mind, right? He imagined how to throw thee into a pit, how to destroy you, man, how to subject you, you know? How to have you under his thumb, to do what he wants you to do. Right, to throw you down, put you underneath him, you know. He knows. He's waiting for it. Right? So he will weep with his eyes. He even like he cares, you know. He really cares, like really heartfelt cares, you know. And it will pour out crocodile tears for you, man. We had Matt Hancock doing that here in the UK at one time, at one moment, you know. I was like, what is fucking dickhead doing, man? Like, who believed that shit? You know, but they'll try, they'll do it, you know. But you know, but most Jake be like, oh, he feels bad, or
Yeah, because
especially older Jake, oh, he's bad, isn't it? You know. But us, we like this dickhead, man. He ain't fooling nobody. But obviously, you're putting these these ignorant Jake out here, man.
Jake are true, man. Yeah. Jake, I mean, when they are,
They always want to believe the best in Esau.
Yeah.
They always want to. Man, I fucking hate that.
yeah, that's right.
They're so fucking gullible, man. They want to
They wish
believe
him to change, you know.
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit,
It's
man.
not gonna change, you know. What I mean?
Like even okay, you see like the video of the woman at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
All right. I was laughing at that, man, because I thought, yeah, you fucking Edomites, man. You're looking embarrassing now, innit?
Mental breakdown.
Yeah, she fucked up, man.
I don't know what happened.
She messed up. She got demons on her. Right? But you had Jake in the crowd. Someone laughing, obviously, and filming, laughing. I was like, yeah, good for Esau, yeah. But then you got these other Jake women that trying to cover her up and say, oh, give her some claws and trying to cover up and shit. Like, nah, let this fucking Edomite be embarrassed, man. You know, you trying to someone got panties or whatever out from their own suitcase. She just bear in mind, she really pissed herself at this point, right? She really pissed herself. This Edomite pissed herself, man. And some Jake got underwear out their own suitcase to put on her. Fuck that, man. These Jake are too soft, man. Jake too fucking soft, man. This Karen, yeah, is Jake too soft. You know, should let her just be embarrassed, man, for the whole world to see, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, but they want to help the Edomites, and no, let's fuck this Edomite, man. You know, let her sit in a piss, man. I don't know what happened to her afterwards, man. But like, she needs to be locked up in a mental hospital or some shit. You know, she could take taken to the priest and get exercised or something, man. They get the demons off her, man. She's fucked up.
Benjamin. Benjamin priest.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's something wrong with that woman, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
But you know, I did a video on that, and I was just saying that the curses are coming upon our enemies, man, because they you know, usually Jake is the laughing stock, and Jake is always getting exposed and it makes it look stupid, man. But these Edomites are breaking down, man.
Yeah, right.
These Edomites are breaking down and doing all kinds of weird shit, man, and being embarrassed before the whole world, man. You know, because it's happening to them now. It's coming off us a little bit, and it's coming upon our enemies. And now they're looking mad and bad and sad, you know. Because before, 50, 60 years ago, you wouldn't see Edomites in public like that, looking all kind of crazy, like that. And women, just breaking down, pissing on themselves naked and shit. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on, man? But we know it's the end. You know? Esau's glitz and glamour is wearing off, man. You know, his shine's disappearing. The back here says, an enemy speaking sweet with his lips, but in his heart he imagined if he had to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if you find opportunity, right, the opportunist in him, right, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, It's all fake, man. Like we mentioned, all these organizations he sets up to help, to do things, right? It's bullshit.
Yeah, like IMF. IMF is not there to help you, especially you developing countries.
To put you in debt,
Yeah, put you in
which
debt.
is slavery. Because the borrower is servant to the lender.
Yeah.
And they give them so much fucking debt, there's no way they can pay it.
No, right.
So you're always under them, man. And they can bring in LGBT shit to you,
Yeah.
you know, because you're in debt. We ain't got to say, oh, we're gonna pull the money. Then you can't just fuck. You know what I mean? So you have to accept it. You know, it's a way of control, manipulation.
Yeah, if you can't pay as well, they take ownership of some part of lands.
Yeah.
You know, special, lands with the resources, you know. So it's just, they just take opportunity, they're looking for
It's a
opportunity.
way to steal.
Yeah, stealing.
The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill, man.
Yeah.
It's just a way for them to take shit that doesn't belong to them.
Mhm.
Because they know these nations are desperate.
Oh,
You're exploiting them, you know? And let's say that's a covetous practice. That is covetousness, man. That's a covetous practice. No, you prey upon the weak because you know they're desperate and you're going to offer something you know they can't really get out of, man. So you can take shit from them. That's covetousness. You know, you got something?
Yeah,
Come on.
this is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 5. 2 and 5. He also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and he cannot be satisfied, but he gathers unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Because he wants everything that belongs to everybody, man. He's not satisfied with the portion that was given to him, and he ain't happy for no one else to have their portion. You know? He is greedy and covetous, man. Right? And where's he gonna end? Where's he gonna end him? Destruction, chains and destruction, man. And he gonna get nothing. You know? He gonna receive nothing. He ain't even gonna have his own portion, man. He ain't gonna have his own land. He gonna have to give it all up, man. You know? All the gold, the silver, all the resources, the land that he got to himself, he has to give it back. You know? And like I say, he's gonna be left with nothing. That's where your greed's gonna get you.
So then, shall not all this take it up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long, and to him that readeth himself with the prey. All these nations, they're all gonna come against Esau, man. They're gonna want the portion of Esau, man. But we as a nation, to begin with the Lord, we're gonna take everything that belongs to Esau and the rest of these other nations, man. It's always gonna be belong to us, you know. And it's gonna be rightful, you know.
Yep. This is from Job chapter 20 and verse 12. Actually, verse 11. So his bones are full of sin, or full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, is the gall of asp within him. He has swallowed down riches and shall vomit them up again. God, Yahweh, shall cast them out of his belly. Right? Because you've eaten unto yourself a lot. You've eaten all the portion of all these other people, man. Right? And you think that, I've got this now, it's mine. But the Most High is going to make you vomit up. Return it back. You know? It says, he shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. You're not going to experience the beauty, the blessedness of the kingdom, man. You're not going to experience it, man. All you're going to know is a fucking pit. Until the time of your destruction, man. You're not going to get to enjoy the earth like the heathen are going to get to enjoy it. You know? And you think that you got good now, like you really got all the best of everything, right? But what you got now is going to pale comparison to what we're going to have in the kingdom. You're never going to get to really taste what things really taste like, or smell what things really smell like, because the earth is going to be restored to its fullness. Something you've never had. You've never experienced that. So you know, although you've got good now and you think it's good, it's going to pale in comparison, man. You know, when the flowers are actually going to smell or something. You know what I'm saying? Before you even get to them, you're going to smell them. You know, you have to get real close to it to smell it. It's like, yes, I can smell something.
Yeah, we're gonna smell it from Mary. I
It's
mean,
going to be potent.
yeah,
The earth's going to be potent. You know, the juice from the mangoes.
yeah, sweetness.
You know what I mean? It's going to be on another level.
Yeah,
You know,
the sweetness, man.
something you've never experienced before, even in your rulership.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to experience none of that, man. Which is a shame.
Even the
But this is what happens when you're fucking too greedy.
we know that your heritage. I mean, they eat some them grade A meats, you know, but in the kingdom it's gonna be like them, you know, them perfect one, you know,
Perfect.
you know,
Yeah, succulent.
yeah,
You know, and well cooked.
no blood on it.
No blood. Verse 18 said, "That which he labored for shall he restore." Right? So you put a lot of work. He's just put a lot of fucking work in, man. Gathering up all this shit that he's got. But for what now? It's vanity. You have to give it back. It makes it pointless. It makes what you've done pointless. It makes it mean nothing. You might as well have not bothered. You know? So that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. I mean, you're not going to keep it, right? According to his substance shall the restitution be. So what you have to pay or what you have to give back is everything you got. That's why it's not enough. Like, Jake might talk about restitutions, right? You know, was it 500 acres in the mule that we were supposed to receive and all that kind of stuff from the government, whatever, right? Jake might talk about those things, but those things are not enough. It's not enough. Like, we're going to sound greedy now, right? But it's not enough, right? We're going to take everything from you, because everything you got is unjustly got. I mean, it doesn't belong. You shouldn't have it. You know, and the Most High is going to make you give it back, right? Because right now we can't do shit. We have to accept that, right? But the Most High has got a punishment way for you, man, and he's going to take everything that you have.
Yeah, because everything that you have, first and foremost, belong to Most High, and what it belong to Most High belong to his children, man.
Mm.
You know, it began to belong with his son, beloved son, Yahweh Mashiach, and that's all that's going back to the what? The nation of Israel, man. So we're gonna have the wealth of the world, man. You know?
Is it scripture that says the earth is the Lord's and the increase thereof?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, everything belongs to the Father, and he divides it how he wants to divide it, man.
Yeah.
Right? Like I said, everyone got their portion. Everybody's heathens got their portion, man. Even you, Esau, you had your portion. You got your portion, but it was never good enough for you.
Yeah, you abuse it.
Abuse it, man. And thought you could just take, even though you know it wasn't given, because everything has to be given. Everything has to be given from the Heavenly Father. It has to be given to you, man. You can't just take. Can't take what's not yours, man. You know, we can't take the lands of the heathen. We might own the heathen, so by proxy, I guess, you know, we also own the land in a way, but it's theirs. They get to live there.
We lend to them, really.
yeah. We're the landlords. You know what I'm saying? We're the landlords. You know, but it's their land. They live on it.
Yeah.
That's where they live. You know, we don't have to take that away from them. That's the land the Most High gave to them. You know, they're under tribute as they should be, but that's their land. You know, I can't. Yeah, we're going to close up now. So back here, Joel 20, where we are. Yeah, 18. So that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Right? It's gonna be a sad day for you, man, when you lose everything you work so hard to gain. Right? So because you have oppressed and forsaken the poor, right? You don't give a fuck about nobody, man.
Yeah.
Let's just be true. You can act like you care. You don't care.
Don't care even for your own people, man.
That's it. And we see more and more homeless people laying in the streets, man.
Yeah.
It's becoming increasingly bad.
It's your people.
You should care about them, right?
It's your brothers and your
You know?
sisters. Like what?
But he sort of make you want to believe that he cares about your people. You don't care about your people, man. It says, because you have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because you have violently taken away an house which you builded not, things that don't belong to you. How did you get them? Through violence, through the sword. Okay, which is your blessing.
Blood.
Blood. That's it. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. Yeah, you're gonna have that upset stomach, man. You're gonna be in pain. You know. He shall not save of that which is desired. Again, you're not gonna get to keep which you wanted. You know. There shall none of his meat be left, none of your substance. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. So no one's gonna be looking to you and looking like, oh look at the things he's got, because you ain't gonna have nothing, man. You know, you're gonna have shit all. So no one's gonna envy you. No one's gonna look at you and say, wow, yeah, I wish I was him. No one's gonna wish they were you, man. The Edomites are gonna be the most despised creatures on the planet.
All these nations are gonna come with a sidekick, man.
Yeah, man.
On your
And
face.
spit on you. You know.
That's all right. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, they're not gonna want to be you, man. Not like now, where people want to be your position, being you and that kind of stuff, man. No one's gonna want to be you, man.
You're gonna learn how worse you have treated you as a people, man. You know, including the people from Mosiah. So that's what you have done. It's gonna be done to you even double, man. You know. So
you're not gonna have one quality people are gonna like about you, man. Whereas now you got power, you got money, and whatever, right? No, you ain't gonna have shit for no one to like about you. Because really, you're not likable. You're not really likable, man. So when you ain't even got that, you ain't even got money or nothing, ain't no one looking for you, man.
Yeah.
This is verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So just when you're about to accomplish all that you set out to do, man, Moses is gonna fuck it all up for you, man. Spoil it all. The scriptures say he disappointed their enterprise. You know, because you got on the back on the dollar, right? The dollar bill. Oh, was it Anuit Correctus? I think it's that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where it says God favors our enterprise. He don't. No, he don't. Right? You're going to disappoint your enterprise, man. Okay. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. In which the word wicked here is laborers, right? So the slaves, you know, are in his system, right? So when he's about to fill his belly, yeah, when you're about to enjoy that last bit, because you think you think you did it, you think you outsmarted the Most High, you think you outsmarted the children of Israel, you know, and all the heathen, you think you did the job on us, right? So when he's about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? So you're not even get to save the last bite. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Because what's gonna happen? You're gonna be judged with fire. Okay, with those thermonuclear missiles, man. America's gonna be destroyed, man. The jewel of your kingdom. Right? It's gonna go out in a blaze of fire in front of the whole world.
Say, well, if you wanna kill the snake, you need to cut the head, man.
That's it.
So
America's that head.
The head, man. It's gonna be chopped out.
You know, the woman that rides on the beast, right? Yeah. One that controls NATO, the beast, the EU, right? Yeah. It's America. And America's gonna get burnt, and their allies are gonna burn them. Right? Their allies are gonna turn on them and burn them with fire. Right? So you know what? He don't care about his own people. You're gonna turn on each other, man. So it says, verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places, a fire not blown shall consume him, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, because you're going to be, obviously, the children of the curse, the ones that are being punished with this great fire that's been prophesied in the scriptures. So it's going to be revealed who the wicked is.
Yeah, and everyone in their countries, they're going to put you on the car. They're gonna watch you on the TV, on their video. I mean, TV, man.
Yep.
On the news.
Yep.
You know?
But satellites, right?
Yeah,
you're getting broadcasted everywhere, man.
No.
You know.
The internet.
Yep. It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, for us to use. You know, to get this word out and to so everyone can witness your downfall, man. You know. It says, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart. So you got all these elites, these Rothschild with trillions in assets and that kind of stuff disappear. It's gonna go away from them. You know? They're gonna hide themselves in their bunkers, right?
Yeah. Thinking that when they come
They're gonna come out with nothing.
Building.
You know?
Building nothing.
It's gonna be nothing, man. Nothing left for you.
You're gonna go building our kingdom.
That's
man.
right.
You know?
That's right.
That's what we're gonna go building.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're not gonna get no gloves. You're gonna be bare hand, get rock and all of that stuff, man. Hard work. You know, we're not gonna make it easy for you. All right. So the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. In that day, that's what we're waiting for. That day, we can't do nothing about it until then. So we just wait. So this is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. Because this is the end of the wicked. This is the end of these Edomites and their rulership. This is what they were destined for. You know, to be that great example on the earth, man, to those that should live wickedly, just like Sodom and Gomorrah was, but on a grander, bigger scale, man. Right? And it's gonna be like a memorial forever, man. Right? No one's gonna live there. Everyone's gonna know about that place and what happened to that place. You know, and why these Edomites don't exist no more. You know. So yeah, man. You know, hey, we're gonna close up with that though. So Lord, it's been edifying. All praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. Again, double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS that taught us this truth, man. And we're gonna continue to teach that truth the way it was taught to us, man. Okay, we're actually, you know, turning to the left or to the right, man. We're gonna stay on point, on task with it, man. Unlike some. Okay. So yeah, until next week, Lord willing. Shalom, man.
Shalom.
Shalom.